Hi, everybody.
What's up, everyone?
What's up? Welcome to Stay Fishy Friday live stream with our most favorite hosts, Laura and JJ. And we got Josh over here. And I'm not even going to say it. I'm the least loved host here now. I'll say that.
Eat some watermelon.
Yeah, she's eating frozen watermelon.
There was some watermelon over here.
Baby for Diamond says, what the heck? No, I'm not late this time. I started at 5 o'clock. What are you guys talking about? Holly Gem says, best host ever. Let's talk about you.
So I'm gonna try and stick around, but Jay is not feeling well.
He's got fever.
He gets to get in an ornery. I'm gonna go ahead and get him home. But this is a nice, cool room for him. He's sipping on his cold milk, so
yeah,
he should be good. He's just chilling.
Tyler says, Rich, you get another haircut? I cut my hair this morning. I was so stressed out from the whole week, and it was so hot. I just went in there and got the dog clippers and cut it. Put my hair in a ponytail, and I pulled it tight, and I took the dog clippers and just went forward and just cut it off. Buzzed it. Summer leaves. Oh, Ashley's on time. That never happens. Look at Laura. Look at Grandpa's cup. Look up on the screen. You can see fish inside it.
Yeah. That's good.
You see fish swimming in Grandpa's cup. Where they at? There's one. There's another one. Isn't that neat?
So what do you guys think about all this smoke? Anyone having some adverse effects? I was a bit concerned when I walked into the pool room yesterday, and it was nothing but smoke. Like you couldn't. It was
cloudy,
hazy.
Well, it sucks the air through everywhere and then goes out the back.
Yeah.
So whatever's outside's inside. And it was definitely hazy in there. It looks like you're walking around with your glasses dirty. It's horrible.
I mean, you think about it. It's not good for humans to be inhaling smoke. You can imagine what it's pumping into the water.
The air pump is sucking from the air that's around, which is smoke filled, and then putting it into the tanks. So it's not good.
Grandpa, are you ready for this?
What's that? Aw, you give me kisses. Thank you. Love you. You're like, I can't say. You're just like an angel, okay? You know what an angel is? An angel is something God gives you. It's just a beautiful angel. That's what you are. Let me feel your back. See if you got wings.
I don't have any wings.
You're going to get them soon. Oh, sorry, Josh. Oh, Laura, can you get that for Katie? Oh, you can get it? Okay.
Jay, let's see if you want some watermelon. No, poor boy. Take it in.
Can you lay him down on the bed over there?
He doesn't want to leave our arms.
I'll get you.
He's good. He's going to take it now.
Oh, shit. Maiden for Diamond says it's smoky here in Southwest Virginia. Husband had to tell me about the fire because I was clueless.
Crazy.
That's a long way from Canada. I mean, we're in Ohio. We're right on the other side of Lake Erie from Canada. But Virginia, that's, wow. It's like 5 hours south of us.
Right on time.
Is that good? Well, I will let you guys know. I was up. Okay. I just did a 48-hour shift. And I got 2 hours sleep in between the two shifts. But it was grueling. I got through it. And then last night, a nurse came at 11. So I slept from 11:30 last night until 10:30 this morning. I haven't done that in over a year. And I feel a million times better. I got a shower. I got all my laundry done in the last 48 hours. I got the bed sheets changed. I got a shower. And I went to sleep, and I did not wake up. and it feels like my ribs, my knee, and my toes have all been like healed for like a week. You know, they feel so much better today. That I swear to God, somebody told me that you do your most healing at night, and I barely sleep an hour or two a day. So yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. I woke up and I go to get out of bed, and usually I have to, roll over, get up, my knees, slide off the bed, put my knees to the floor, and then grab my stripper pole and then use that to, get up. And I'm saying all the whole way. And today I got up, rolled over, and stood up. I'm like, whoa, what? Mm-hmm. I was like, wow. So the worst part of my ribs are over with now. I broke them 7 days later. I broke them a second time. And now it's been like 10 days since. And now we're past that point. So Bathing for Diamond says, grab the stripper pole. I put a stripper pole in our bedroom because Tracy, she never had any rhythm. She couldn't dance. So I put it there for her to exercise, okay? And now, as I'm getting older, I'm using it for not even a marital aid. I'm using it for you want to call that? What do you call it? A grab bar in the shower,
geriatric device.
A geriatric device. That's what I'm using the stripper pole for. No, Laura's not eating birthday cake. I took some watermelon, hit it with the blender, made it a slushy, put it in the freezer, and let it get cold. And if you let that go for, 20 minutes outside, then you can just take a spoonful and you've got watermelon slush. And it's like a slushy. Laura's going at it because she wants it now. She's trying to dig into it. She's getting little watermelon crumbs because she won't wait. But that's what she's eating. And the recipe came from, if you take, heavy whipping cream or even condensed milk and mix it with the watermelon slushy and then put it in the freezer, it makes ice cream. For my diet, I'm not going to eat no ice cream or anything sugary. So I just made watermelon slushy. But when Laura said she wanted something, I'm like, oh, I got something for you. And I gave her my watermelon slushy. So
she is using a fork.
She is using a fork. Let me show them this beautiful little, take a bite. Look at this itty bitty little tiny little fork. It's a cocktail fork. Come on. Front door. Who's at the front door? And don't say. Get off of here. Go back to the front door. Oh, Bird John's here. All right. So yeah, I took these little cocktail forks and I told Laura, I'm like, I bought these especially for you because you're so little. Them your special forks, huh? You know why? Because Grandpa loves you. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You did know that? Okay.
When I asked if JJ's hair is a little bit red, he is like a little strawberry blonde.
You guys got to know. Yeah. When I was a little kid, I had strawberry blonde orange hair until I was like, 8 or something. And when Josh was young, he had strawberry blonde hair. And if you look at him now up close, he's got red hair in his beard still. And in other words, our hair, I don't know how this is, but if you look up close, you can see blonde, you can see clear, you can see, well, in my case, gray, yellow, light brown, dark brown, and red, all mixed together. So if you were to take, there's a product called Sun In, it's supposed to lighten your hair. If you would spray your hair with Sun In, it would lighten everything and you'd have orange hair. I've got a picture of me with orange hair from using Sun In because there's red pigments in our hair. Oh, wow. He's just stirring. But he's being quiet.
He does it all night. Wakes himself up.
Wow.
Rich is mainly gray now. Yep.
Hey, Tyler, I thought you was my friend. I cut off all the gray. There's only brown left. Let me live my delusions, okay?
You're calico now.
Oh, look at this. It ain't even showing the people or nothing. What is this? There we go. Current viewers. Put it back on this one. Then we can go to the bottom. Sorry, I'm still organizing things here. Let me take this over. That's the one we want.
And also, Brittany's mom is a redhead. So it runs in the family.
Runs on both sides of the family.
You see that orange, Grandpa?
Yeah,
Grandpa,
orange hair.
Hey, you see this orange watermelon?
Aw. What do you guys want the drinking word to be?
Watermelon.
Watermelon. Did you say the drinking word? Is it watermelon? Okay, it's watermelon. Okay. Dream time relaxation. Cut the mold off and you would be looking sharp. Tell you what. Put it in a ponytail and I'll look just as sharp. How about that? I can braid it, go to court, everything's fine, and I can release the dragon whenever I want. Ta-da! How about that?
Hey, Sue Ann, you know you can go onto your Google account and force sign out your device anywhere in the world.
Yeah, it's called look up Find My Phone. And boom. Unless you're, is she Apple?
I don't know, but it's just your Google account. You just go right into your Google account.
Well, you can do that, but it's easier if you just go to Google and type Find My Phone. It takes you there.
Talking about YouTube. Don't care about Find Your Phone. If she's talking about YouTube, it's signed in on TV. That's
Oh, okay.
Tried, but you forgot your password. Story of everyone's life in these days. Can't remember passwords for nothing. But yeah,
See,
I'll
now,
take a look.
now my hair comes down here. I used to have my top just as long, so I would take my hair from my ears like this, and I would tie that in a ponytail right here, and then I'd take the back hair and I'd tie that in the second ponytail, and everything was great. Once I cut that, oh my God. I've tried growing it back, but my hair's so wiry that I grow like a white afro before it starts hanging again. And I remember doing that like when I was 13, 14, I had a white afro. It was crazy. And then it got heavy enough to hang and started looking good. I'll never go through that again. Michelle's here. What's up, Michelle? I love you. She says, what a good looking family. Oh, thank you.
That's the
No, not your Auntie Michelle. This is Michelle Puritan. She works at a nursing home, and she every once in a while stops by and brings over supplies for your grandma. Yeah, she's a good sweetheart lady. You want to go see your auntie? You hear Michelle, and you're like on it. Big Junior says howdy from Texas and happy birthday, Laura. Oh, you're still getting birthday things. Say thank you.
Did you have a good birthday?
Yeah.
She got her last birthday present today. She got a bicycle from Grandpa. No, we got to put it together yet, but we'll get it. It's bigger than your bike.
You got to spend 2 days at the water park.
What water park was it?
Kalahari.
Went to Kalahari for 2 days. So you spent the night there? One of the days? That must have been nice.
Sleep over.
Yeah, we
had
had
sleep over?
there.
Really? You're just so spoiled, ain't
She's
you?
got a new fish tank. She loves it.
She got new Legos. She got new toy containers. She got new bicycles. She got new Nikes Grandpa bought you. And a makeup kit. How you like your makeup kit?
I love it.
She's actually wearing it right now.
Really? Let me see. You wearing makeup? Let me see. You're so beautiful.
Dream Time says, what do you recommend for a 12-gallon tank? Out of those, I'd say a few guppies. Just get some of the very colorful male guppies. And they'll be all over the tank. They'll be nice color, and you really don't get bored. If you do one beta in there, They sometimes just kind of sit in the corner and you don't see them too often.
Yeah, let me see your watermelon stuff. Let me see if I can get you up some pieces parts. Oh yeah, it's getting softer. Oh, look at that.
Mhm.
I'll make you a big pile in the middle. You can use your fork again, okay?
Hey, Laura.
There you go,
Sue Ann
sweetie.
said your new fish tank is beautiful.
Your fish tank is beautiful. You know what I like in your fish tank? Green rock in the middle. You can see through it.
Yeah, the big gemstone.
Yeah.
And to think, all that stuff was from the
It was all from the yard sale. Someone could have had that tank doing that, yeah.
No, you have it. Just set it over there for Jay, okay? Can you set it in there for Jay? Thank you. Hey, Barbara.
Big Junior says it won't be long before she'll need a Harley Softail.
I feel like that tank is like what every kid, like my age growing up, wanted their tank to be.
Yeah.
And it was always just expensive for all the gems and whatnot. So she got it.
As long as you like it, no problem.
It was so funny because there's just been this white bucket with a green lid just sitting there, and it was actually holding the gate open for a couple days. And I'm like, what is this? Is this garbage? I open it up, and it's all them blue dragon tears. I'm like, holy cow. I was getting ready just to buy her a bunch of them to do the whole tank, and that turned out to be
perfect.
Why are always these cups in here?
Well, because on Friday night, Grandpa don't drink no more. But Friday nights, I allow myself 3 drinks. There's 1, here's 2, and here's the 3rd one. And that's so I can do the live stream. I quit drinking last Sunday after that whole, fiasco of the yard sale. Grandpa got too drunk, and it shows on today's video. So I just took it to myself. I'm like, I can't. I just can't do it. And you know what? Just today, I got that whole side of the house clean. I put everything up on the trailer. We can either take it to the dump or take the trailer out to the garbage next week and then unload it. Or, it's on the trailer now. We can put the trailer away where it belongs, and the whole side of the house is clean. It's clean. And I air blowed it. It's done. Yes. We are done cleaning up from the yard sale. I did. Because I touched it too.
You didn't do it.
Here's a good question. One more. Thigh Built says, hi, Josh. Have you noticed a difference in build quality or durability between large tanks from big box stores or more expensive tanks?
Major difference. Old school build quality is 10 times better. The glass got cheaper, silicone got thinner.
Not only that, you guys seen these big tanks, and they're held together with like double-sided sticky tape. If there is a gap between the glass, like an 1/8 inch of blackness, and then another piece of glass, do not buy that tank. That fails every single time. You want the glass touched each other with acrylic, and that holds best. Or not acrylic, silicone. Or you want acrylic tanks touching each other, bonded together. You do not want those big glass tanks with that 1/8 inch double sticky sided tape in between. Everybody I know that's had one has it failed. Aw, JJ. Poor baby.
Might not be staying much longer. Oh, buddy. You want to try some watermelon?
Yeah, give him a spoon.
Buddy.
No. Probably in back, give him the bottle again.
I just think it's time.
He don't feel good.
Yeah.
Harley says, I think JJ's done, Dad. Will Stars here. What's up, buddy?
All right, guys. I think I'm going to get him home. I got to get him some more meds. I will go grab
You want to leave Laura here?
I would if I didn't have to come back and get her.
Do you want to take your watermelon with you? You want to leave it here at Grandpa's?
I want to bring it.
Okay. So take
All right,
take
guys.
the two
It
spoons
was a short one
and put them
today,
in the
but
sink.
the duty calls, so I will
Put the
catch
spoons
you
in the
next
sink.
week.
And then take the watermelon home with you, okay?
All right, baby, come on.
Okay.
That's yummy.
Come on, baby. Go ahead and bring this with us. We gotta get it.
Put the spoons in the sink and just take the whole container. Bye, JJ. Hope you feel better, buddy.
See you guys.
See Josh. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for trying at least.
Yep.
Bye, Laura. Love you.
Bye.
She said, bye. I've got watermelon. I don't need you.
Bye.
Yeah. Come back in.
Bye, everybody.
Oh. 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 Did you spill some? Okay.
Bye, everybody.
There you go. Bye, sweetheart. Love you. Grandpa's chopped liver next to the watermelon. Okay, Matt Wynn says recommendations on getting rid of blackbeard algae. It's very simple. You take everything out of your tank. If you've got live plants, you cut off everything that has all the blackbeard on it, and you bring your plant back to next to nothing. You replant them. You clean off the glass. You clean everything. You do a 90% water change. You take your filter off, put a different filter on, or take your filter completely apart, kill all the algae in it, kill all the bacteria in it, everything, and start from scratch. And then you use a 3% hydrogen peroxide solution to kill off whatever's left. And then you're good. But make sure you take a filter from another tank and put on there, because your tank's not going to have no bacteria left in it. Not in the gravel, not in the canister filter, not in the hang on the back filter, not in the sponge filter, because you got to remove them, because there's still the spores of the blackbeard algae in there. I've done it. That 150-gallon tank, we did all this, and we left the sponge filters going, and it all regrew back. We had to do it again. So you got to remember, there's microscopic spores. We cleaned out everything, and now it's up and running. There's no blackbeard algae in there. It's a hard process, but there is a way to get rid of it. And after you sterilize your filter, you can put it on another tank that has a filter running and go for 2-3 months, and it'll be good to go, and you can put it back on your tank. That's why I say use a filter from another tank. Whatever tank you have that has 2 filters on it, take one off and replace it with the filter that you just sterilized. Charge and Sue Ann, I want you to know, all week long, I've actually argued with Jerry and John, because they're going to the store, they're buying food, they're having food delivered. I'm like, oh my God, guys, I've got so much food that I bought you people left over. Eat it first. I ate that big tub of salad we made. I ate that for like 3 days, and then I was eating it the other day, and it tasted a little sour. So I'm like, okay, something went bad in it. I had to throw it away. I threw away the mashed potatoes today. I tasted them yesterday. They were still good, but nobody's eating them. I had to throw that away. It pissed me off. I told them to eat the macaroni salad, the potato salad, the pasta salad, and they're not eating it. They're eating other stuff, and it kills me. There was so much food left, yeah. And I hate wasting money. And I spent like $500 in food for the week and a half or week and 3/4. And, these guys decided to eat other stuff instead of eating what we had extra. So I had to throw it away. And I cleaned out the fridge today, and it absolutely upset me and pissed me off. Yeah, Harley, I'm with you. I hate throwing away food. Summerlee says, I would have eaten so much, I would have been sick. Well, I'm trying to stay on my diet. So I ate like 4 bowls of salad a day for 3 days. It's not hurting my diet. It's not what I normally would have ate, but I ate up a good 3/4 of that salad, and then I had to throw the rest away. It was such a good, salad. It had so much to it. There was like broccoli, craisins, cauliflower, a couple different types of cheeses, peas, spinach. And we messed up by putting lettuce in there because that was the first thing that went bad was lettuce. So I ate salad for like 2 days, pulling out the pieces of lettuce that's getting wilted. There was a ham and pepperonis in there, and geez, I can't even remember, green peppers. It was amazing, you know. Someone asked me, it came by today and asked me for a couple $100. I'm like, dude, I can't. I don't have it. They're like, you just made a bunch for the thing. I'm like, no. We got out of debt with that yard sale. And then I spent the rest on a new drum filter for the rescue. And we now still owe like $700 on that new drum rescue. So, you know, I don't have any spare money. And then someone else asked, you know, I hope you split that money you made on the sales with Reaper and Mark. And I got offended at first. I'm like, oh, hell no. You know, we bought Reaper a car. We bought Reaper a house. We you know, I built Reaper a Harley. How much more do you want me to do for the man? You know, Jesus. And then I was like, you know what? They probably were thinking for Reaper and, you know, meant well. So I was like, I'm going to take this as you meant well, and I'm not going to take it as bad. But no, I did not share it with Mark and Reaper. Everything people donated was to help the rescue. And that's what we spent it on. We didn't take the money and divvy it up between me, Josh, Lori, Sue Ann, you know, a Deb Charge, Reaper, and Mark, and put it in our pockets. No, everybody worked for free. That's why I spent so much for food and alcohol, you know. And then the last day I bought steaks for everybody. I spent over $500 in food for the last week and a half. And, you know, that was my thank you to them, was buying steaks for everybody. And, you know, everybody helped out. Everybody worked great. It was everybody's donating their time. It's a good thing. And all the money went to the rescue. So everybody that donated all year long, don't feel like, oh, they're just selling the stuff and pocketing the money. No. If it's for the rescue, it goes to the rescue account. It goes to the rescue bank account, or it goes to the rescue itself, you know? So, yeah, that was the whole point of the sale, was to help the rescue and clear out. Because now I worked all day today. I got the whole side of the house clean. You can't even tell there was a sale there. I've got some more to do, like move the blue tub closer to the fence, pour the cement to make it level, and then we can start using it. The guy that bought the 100-gallon tank, please come and pick it up. It's there. My buddy Dan Collins that bought the 2 drum filters that were there all weekend. They were in my way. I couldn't even open the gate. We moved them today into the grass. But please, Dan, come pick them up. You know, I'm worried that, you know, there's 2, $3,000, $3,500 pumps out there. I don't want them being stolen, you know. So please come and get them. Plus, that opens up my yard. So what I did today was I took all the leftover tubs that we didn't take out to the garbage, because I threw away garbage. I did not throw away the working, you know, heaters, the working pumps, filters that were together. I threw away the boxes of parts, the stuff that nobody wanted. Even the pile of reptile lights we kept. That's all on the trailer now. We can take that trailer anywhere and donate it. We could take it to like any thrift store and donate it. Maybe they can make some money on it. I just don't want to put it back away in my storage, because it's not going to be until a year before we do another yard sale. See, Monkey 6690 says you did it right. See, you got to understand. I have Ohio Fish Rescue bank account. I have my bank account, and I have Tracy's bank account I run. And, you know, at first when I opened the bank account at the same, I should have did it different banks. They were mixing up the Ohio Fish Rescue, because I was on there as a representative, you know, Rich Price, with my personal account. So I deposit. I'm like, no, that deposit was supposed to go to the Ohio Fish Rescue. I can't get caught depositing, you know, donations into my personal account. And I made them go up there, and I made them change it. I could have taken the money out and put it right back into But no, I made them change it so that if there was there's an electronic transfer that they transferred it in, they transferred it back out and they put it in this comp. That was their mistake, not mine. I'm not going to get caught doing anything wrong by anybody, you know. So I do everything by the book. I make sure everything is right. And, you know, I'm sure that the guy that said, you know, did you share it with Reaper, meant well, because, you know, hey, you know, he does a lot of work. Did you share it with him? No, we did not. I didn't even share it with Sue Ann and Steve, which were here for, I think, 7-10 days. And, you know, I didn't share it with them, but I let them pick out whatever they wanted out of the stuff. And then I made mistakes, and I bought their alcohol for them and everything. So, I mean, I treated them the way they deserve to be treated. But as far as the total, which was way more than I thought we were going to get, I was bragging to people. I can't believe we made this. This is, oh my God, we're out of debt now. That was my whole point on the yard sale, was to, hey, what's up, Jerry?
Hey.
Was to come out of the trailer fiasco debt, which cost us almost $5,000. It was $48.90 or something. So that set us back a lot. And the yard sale brought us out of that debt, plus left like, I think, close to $4,000 extra. So I told Josh, go ahead and have your drum filter built, because with the drum filter, you got to understand, we've got 9 socks, 100 micron, that are 36 inches long. Josh has to 2 or 3 times a week, he has to take out 1 or 2 or 3, replace them, and then wash them and get them ready for rotation. And with the drum filter, we won't have to do that. It's self-cleaning. So it's going to make Josh's day easier. So I let him spend the money on something that's going to upgrade the rescue and make his life easier. Go ahead, Josh. Spend the money, get that thing built. So we're having this big drum filter built that's going to replace our sock table. And we're going to get that settling chamber out of there, and we're going to move the whole sump back in our process of redoing the sump. And we're going to gain more room, smaller filter, self-cleaning, and that's what the yard sale did for us. I mean, we're like $700 short of the cost of the new thing. Me and Josh will make that up, okay? So I do everything by the book, period. Because, you know, when you get these idiots saying stupid stuff, I don't have to worry, because I'm not doing nothing wrong. And I love that. So, I mean, would I like to split up between us? Hell yeah, why not? Who wouldn't want free money? But that's not how it is. You know, I get these remarks. Oh, you get free things donated to you, and you sell them, and, you know, then you get free fish and you sell them, and blah, blah, blah. It sounds like a scam to me. I just remove these people, because we were giving away fish for like 5 years for free. But then we found people were taking them and putting them in the paper for sale, and people are buying these fish that we gave away free, we thought, to a good home. So we had to start putting a small charge on them. Like if there's a $250 fish, you know, we'll put a $150 price on it, because that's a rare fish. And if you want it, you're going to pay for it. Not as much as you would in the store. You save some money, and we make some money for the rescue. But see, you don't understand. It costs us money. Reaper, Mark, John Doe, Jim Cheesley, they go on a rescue. I pay for the gas from the rescue, and I pay for their lunches. They stop and eat whatever they want. So it costs a couple $100 every rescue. So this money comes into the rescue when we sell the stuff, and we sell it cheap. If any of you were here during the rescue, guy bought a tank, and he's like, how much for that filter? You bought a tank, you can have the filter. Pick out a heater. Here's some free gravel. We gave away at least half of what we had. So everybody not only got a good deal, but then they got all free stuff with it. Everybody was happy. I mean, everybody was happy. Crazy Cichlid says, what does Reaper and Mark get while they travel all over the country for rescues? Surely there is something in it for them. They do a lot, heavy lifting, risking, getting serious. I gave Reaper the channel to make money. They get their videos to make money off. I don't get no money from OFR behind the scenes. That's my channel. I let Reaper run it, and he gets all the money from it. So he's got a paycheck coming from his channel. Then I pay for the gas that he don't have to. I pay for their lunches that they don't have to. That's a treat for them. Thank you, volunteers, for helping. That's what they get. And
Lots of scenery.
not only that, you got to understand, you know, Reaper, his car broke down. We did a GoFundMe. We had people donate money, and we come up with $70-some hundred for him to buy his 2016 car. And we bought it for him. When he was in a situation where he needed a home, I bought the home out of my personal money, not the OFR money. I bought his home cash, and I rent it to him for $400 a month. Who else gets that? I would love to pay $400 a month, you know? And not to mention, I gave it to him on land lease. Like, you pay this $400. Here's how much I paid for the house. When it gets done, 5-6 years from now, at $400 a month, 0 interest, I'll sign the title over to you. What more do you want me to do for the? Oh, I spent a whole summer building a Harley for him absolutely free, and I put in my own money chroming some of the parts that I built for him. And I lost the tip of my thumb building his Harley for him. And I did it all for free. I don't know what more you people want from me. I do for my friends, and I do for strangers. I do for, you know, Deb Charge and Sue Ann were here for over a week. You know, we had a great time. I bought their alcohol. I bought their food. I sent Sue Ann to the store with my credit card. Buy whatever you want. And she came back with all these kind of groceries, you know. I don't know. And even Sugar Bear says, you don't go adopt a dog for free. That's what they do. Come on, guys. You go to adopt a dog, you've got like a $200 charge. You got vet costs. You've got doctor charges. Comes out, you spend $300-400 for your free dog. It's not like that. Airtime says, the next project, when you make more money, is this filtration for the koi pond? Want to see that crystal clear. Okay, we're using a filter, a drum filter for the cichlids. We're using a drum filter for, or we have one for the whole system. This new drum filter is going to be for the entire system. I think it's 100,000 gallon per hour. And it's going to be self-cleaning. Everything's going to be on it. So we're going to have the big drum filter we have now that we haven't hooked up is going to go for the back pond. And it's going to be used as a pre-filter going to the Owasa filters. So it'll definitely clean it. And then Josh won't have to clean the Owasa filters every week because it's going to be pre-cleaned of 100 micron going into the Owasa filters. And here's another thing. You guys, you won't believe this. I got a call from Greg Woodstock. Now, remember, we've been waiting for 4.5 years for him to come help us make a bigger wetland filter, right? He calls me the other day. It was like 9:30 at night. And I'm like, hey, what's up, Greg? You know, because we can't get a hold of him no more. He barely answers his phone, and he's been avoiding us. And then when we do get a hold of him, he says, you got to talk to Ed about coming out there. We talked to Ed, and he's like, well, I've got projects, this and that. You got to talk to Greg. We're getting a runaround. For 4.5 years now, you guys have been asking me many times, why hasn't they been back? That's why. So we don't push it because they donated the changeover to the big pond to us, and they donated the front pond to us. We're not going to bitch at them. But if you guys remember, when Owasa gave us some big filters for the outdoor pond, he called us and bitched at us. And we're like, Greg, I didn't think we're doing anything wrong to you. You know, someone donated us free filters. We're using them. Yeah, but you made a video of it. They're my competitors. I'm like, dude, you make $270 million a year. Why? Do you have to worry about a $1,000 filter from somebody else? I mean, is it going to hurt you? He got mad. I'm like, okay, fine. Okay, that's cool. And I explained to him why this and that. And he goes, okay, I understand. You know, I didn't like it, but I understand. Now, Josh put out a video the other day about the new Owasa filters he just got donated. And we even told Owasa, we can't have you sponsor us because, you know, Greg Woodstock don't like it, this and that. And you know what they said to us? They're like, you know what? We love the way he is the best, what do you want to call the advertiser there is. I wish we had the advertising he does. And you know what? We take a chapter of his book out of him. He's way better than us at this. I mean, they're humble. They're nice people. And then Greg got mad at me. So there's enough money in the world for two companies to donate to the same place without somebody getting mad. I mean, is 270 million not enough for you, Greg? I don't get it. I can't accept $1,000 filter from another company. Your butt hurt. You know, I've been loyal to you. I told them we can't have them as sponsors. Do you know how many food companies I said I can't have you as a sponsor because we you know, Greg Woodstock, you know, this and that, and well, does he give you food? No, but he donated the pond to us, and he don't want us advertising with somebody else. Okay, so we passed on all this for 4.5 years. He calls me the other night and he goes, you know, I'm like, hey, what's up, Greg? How you doing? He's like, well, I wish I could call you on better circumstances. I'm like, what do you mean? Oh no, what happened now? You know? He goes, well, your son, Josh, put out another video on an Awasa filter. I'm like, yeah, you said the last one was okay. It's okay. They donated us another filter, a small one. And he's like, hearing that name is like a scratch on a chalkboard. And I'm like, Greg, I'm like, okay, let's break this down. We've been asking you for help for 4.5 years. We've stuck with you. We haven't taken another sponsorship because we have your banners all around. But it's been 4.5 years and you're not helping us. It's not a big click. I'm like, oh my God. So here, let me show you what I wrote to him. He hung up on me. He's going to get mad at me about this too. Oh, that's for sure.
Fishy towel.
Here it is. This is exactly what I wrote to him. I go, dude, that was the most childish thing I've ever seen any person do. Jesus Christ. You can't even talk like an adult. You have to hang up on people when I'm trying to explain to you what's going on. You are so childish. It's ridiculous. We can't talk to any other company, but yet you won't help us. But if we talk to somebody else, you get mad at us. Damn, you're a big ass baby. You need to stop. You need to grow up. You once told me there's enough money in the world to be made by everybody. But yeah, you won't let us work with anybody else. And I'm stuck with you forever. That would be fine. But you're not helping us. You need to grow up and not be such a baby. If you don't want to help us, at least let us get help elsewhere. Call me when you want to grow up. And that's what I said to him. This is a man that makes $370 million a year. And I don't care if people know, Greg. I know what I know.
Hello, everybody. I'm finally here.
He told me he pays $270,000 a year on taxes. I'm like, that's it? I pay, you know, like, I don't know, $25,000 a year on what I make through my properties, through my YouTube money, and I have to pay that. That's almost like a quarter of what I make. That's actually more than a quarter of what I make. And you pay less than a quarter of 1 million and you make 270 million? Holy shit. You know, damn. If he wants to help, donate $1 million and use it as a tax write-off. We will get a warehouse and make it the best rescue there ever is. He don't want help like that. He's bitching that he can't even come over. He can't even send us more filtration. I asked for more wetland filtration. He gave me a price of $1,700. He didn't want to donate it to us, but we're not allowed to get anything from any other company. Now I'm going looking and shopping for any other company that wants to donate food to us, wants to donate filters. I don't care. Greg treats me like a dog. I'm not allowed to talk to any other company, but yet he won't help me. It's been 4.5 years. We sat here waiting and waiting and waiting, and now you want to hang up on me like a little kid. You're very childish, Greg Woodstock.
I wasn't going to come out kid.
I changed the words at the last minute. But the point is, you've got enough money. How much more do you need? Why do you have to be so stingy? You know, he wants to say, oh, I donated, you know, this and that. That full front pond would have been a $30,000 pond. No, Greg Woodstock, you made money on that. He had 50 aquascape certified contractors show up here. And they each paid like $300 a piece to learn how to build a pond. So 50 times 300, right? That's $15,000 that he made on a $25,000 pond
For one day.
for one day.
That's all they worked was that one day.
And then he
There
wrote
were
off
50
no.
of them.
And then he wrote off the donation of the pond liner, the pond equipment. So Greg made even, but he gets all this, notoriety and all this videos that he makes money off of.
Well, we'd
You
be
know?
writing it off too if we were making any profit off this.
Right. But the whole point is, Jesus Christ. I did this for you. No, you did that for you. You made money off of this and you broke free on the pond, but you made money off the videos. And then, he holds it over my head forever. I can't, for one, get mad at him. I can't, I don't know. I can't go against him. I can't say anything. He comes out, he runs the show, and then he leaves.
It's what's best for the fish.
And that's what I was saying. I'll put up with all this bullshit and how he treats me because he did donate, and we are better off now knowing Greg Woodstock. Okay, I'll go with that. But, one time he was here, and this is what he said to me. And, any other man on the planet, I would have just knocked him the fuck out. He's in my hot tub, and he's yelling at me that I should hire somebody to do my editing, my videoing, and all. I don't have the money to hire anybody. He goes, yeah, but if you hired somebody, if you do it my way, you'd have more time to go make more videos and make more money. I'm like, dude, that don't even make sense. I barely make money at videos now. And, he's like, you're just senseless. You're the most craziest person I've ever met. I'm like, what? And then I'm like, we do the back pond. He wanted to do a 4-foot trough at the end of my deck that was like 4 foot deep and, 40 foot long. And he got us the liner. He gave us this stuff, right? And I'm talking to Josh, and we're like, we don't want to mess with the pylons because we had to go through the city permits, and they have to be 3 foot wide, and 3 foot deep, and they have to go wider at the bottom, like bell shaped. And we did all this, and we got past permits and all this. I don't want to dig down a foot next to a pylon and, loosen this dirt up or anything like that. So he goes, just call Ed and get it figured out. So I call Ed, and he's like, oh, yeah, you don't want to mess with that. Why don't we move it out into the yard and start in the yard? I'm like, great idea. So that's why now the pond is out there in the yard, and we have a bog filter, which is 4 foot wide from the deck to the pond. And then, it comes over here, and we set our plants in there that are water plants, and they eat the nitrates all summer long. Great idea. So Greg comes back, and he starts yelling at me. And I'm like, oh, Greg, why are you so mad? He goes, because I can't thrust you farther than I can throw you, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, dude, don't talk to me like that. Oh, he didn't call. That's when he was in the hot tub. I'm like, dude, for one, don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that. And he goes, oh, you want to hit me? I'm like, dude, I fucking do. And he goes, then go ahead. And I'm like, I was an MMA fighter. I was a bouncer for 20 years. He's gotten in maybe 2 fights in his entire life. I don't care. He lifts weights. I don't give a shit. I would not lose. I'm just saying that. And when I get mad and someone hits me, I don't feel no pain. I'll feel it the next 3 days, but I don't feel no pain. I see red. I have never lost. I've gotten my nose broke. I've lost my eye, but I didn't lose the fight. You know what I'm saying? I stayed until it was over with. Other people run. They put out their best, and I'm still there, and then they run. So I don't understand this man, how he can treat me the way he does. And now he wants to hang up on me like a child. I'm done. That's the way you want to treat me. I'm not taking it no more. We're going to shop other companies for food, and we're going to get it because people have offered. We're going to shop other companies for filtration because they have offered. We're not affiliated with, Aquascape no more. He wants to act like a child. I'll just go elsewhere.
I'm here for the fish. I don't care if you people like it or not, but I'm not here for you. Rich, I don't know if he tricked me into coming in here or what.
I tricked you? I showed up and you're like, I'm here. Like,
No,
who are you?
Well,
I didn't even know who you were.
No, when I first started coming in here.
Oh, I lured you in here. I guilted you into this for sure. There is no doubt about that. I am sorry, Jerry. But now look how
No,
much
you're
fun
not.
look how much fun you have every Friday night. You know?
I do enjoy you people's company. When you come and visit, I mean, having Sue Ann and Steve here, or Depth Charge, as you people know him, over the weekend, they busted their ass, boy.
Oh, everybody that came here for the weekend busted their ass, and I thank you all. Sue Ann, Deb Charge, I couldn't ask for better friends. And you guys been here, what, 4 years in a row? I mean, amazing.
Yeah, I think we've stroked them enough. They made more strokes, they're gonna have a big head. I told Rich before, I'm not here for him. I didn't come here for him. I came for the fish. He needed help. The fish needed help. You know, the two of them couldn't do it all alone. I may not be a lot of physical help, but I know what I'm doing out there. Most times. Took me 2 years to figure out where everything is in the building.
Monkey 6690 says, don't let it get to you, Rich. You're a good man. You help so many people, and we all see that. Yeah, everybody that came and helped went home with something that they liked, and they got it for free. And then I bought them steaks, and I bought food for the whole week. I mean, it was, of course, I'd like to go get treated like a king somewhere and be able to stay there, and they buy me all my food and all that. I would love that. But they actually worked their ass off in the area. This sale would not happen if it wasn't for Sue Ann and Steve, the only people that showed up that said they were going to show up. And they actually paid $200 to have somebody drop them off here. So, hell yeah. Thank God for friends like that.
They were actually going to pay another couple of $100 to have somebody drive them home.
Yeah. So Reaper offered, and then I offered to pay their gas.
Yeah.
So Reaper said, I'll do it. And then I'm like, oh, if you're doing that, you're spending your time and effort. Let me pay for the gas. So I gave him my card, and he went home and back for free. He just had to donate his time, which was what, 4 hours there, 4 hours back?
Yeah.
4.5, whatever. And which was great. Thank you, Reaper. And then, I don't know. Harley Gem says, that's not fair. You're a rescue. You need to accept all donations and advertise it somehow. This is true.
Yeah, most of them. There's a couple of things that have been tried to donate to. We don't want.
Well, I've never turned down anything. Even if I didn't want it. Like, look at all them tiles somebody brought over. They sat here forever and they were in the way. And I finally found somebody that wanted them. So, anyways.
I told that one guy, says, yeah, we'll find a home for that too.
Summerly says, it's just wrong to try and prevent an animal rescue from accepting donations from other companies. Greg doesn't have a problem commenting on other people's content when they post about the monster pond. Oh, yeah, he's always lurking.
Well, what do you think? We got a Pepsi and Coke shelving controversy here.
Pretty much.
You can only sell one or the other.
Airtime says, cut ties with him now. He's holding you back. Scarecrow says, let someone else make the rescue money. Crazy
nice
Cichlid says, listen, Rich.
Somebody who would make us money.
Listen, Rich, you give Greg Woodstock a lot of publicity. What does he want? Blood? Get out of there and get as much donations as you can.
Oh, really?
Thank you, Crazy Cichlids.
Like you, Crazy Cichlids.
Monkey says, Rich, is enough with this guy. Saying he's childish is absolutely correct. Cut all ties with him. It's horrible how he treats you. This is true. Summerly says, but can't keep his word to show up when he said he would. 4.5 years, we've had, 16 different dates he was going to show up? They never show up. Vasquez family says, he's always seemed like a chump. Harley Gem says, donate to get you to buy stuff is not how a rescue. Oh, that's another thing. He donates the pond to you, but he gets a lifelong customer of replacing parts and everything else. And if you buy parts from someplace else, he gets mad at you.
Plus the free advertising.
But he has a $660 pump in the monster pond, and it broke after a month. They sent me a new armature. It was a $60 armature. We put it in there, but we found out this thing draws, I think it was 700 watts, and then it broke again. We took the pump out and we replaced it with something that has like 500 watts and it's pushing just as much water. Okay, it don't have as much head pressure, But
You don't need
the
that.
thing still runs. Right. You're going from here to here. You're not going 20 foot up. So now our electricity is a lot cheaper by using somebody else's parts. And he wouldn't replace it a second time. So, I don't know. Yeah, he does do it as you need to buy parts from me now. And if you buy parts from somebody else, he gets mad. So I'll donate you this and I'll make money the rest of my life. Dreamlin Allergic says, fucking selfish bastards. I stopped liking Greg Woodstock when he got so cocky and started taking credit from others like everything belongs to him. He's ruined his reputation with me by what he's done. And not even talking about what he's done here. Lawrence Corthaw says, well, if somebody gives you a pond, it's for free. No strings attached. If there's strings attached, you don't donate. You didn't donate.
That's
Right.
Yeah, the strings attached, just not a donation.
OFR could be a very cheap advertisement. Jeff says, donate for tax purposes. It's not ideal.
No.
Poor Yurik says, I told you I was going to let you find out in your own time about the MLM master.
I
don't know what that means.
Sure, I have no idea.
Airtime says, this is super interesting on Greg's business model. Yeah. Family Link says, membership, super stickers, super chats. Oh my. They are fun and they help support the channel.
That's Fish Family Link.
That's the bot.
Yeah.
Aggressive Fish Lover says, he's holding you back. He's not a fair relationship. For sure. And then when you tell me I'm the most honest person there is, ever since I had that brain surgery, I do not lie because I can't afford the memory to be able to think and remember what lie I told what person. So I brutally am honest and I hurt people's feelings all the time. I don't mean to, but if you ask me what happened, no, it didn't happen like that. You said this, then I said that. I remember the facts, just the facts, And then he says something to me like, I can't trust you more and I can throw you. How dare that man? I mean, that's when I wanted to hit him. He had me shaking and walking around. He's, oh, you want to hit me? I'm like, I kind of fucking do. And he didn't calm down on the way he treated me. I had to walk away from him and go in the house or hit him. I mean, it was that close, Carly Gem says, I had unsubscribed from him a long time ago. Wow. I can't believe how many people don't like this man. Well, how far do we jump?
Oh, wow.
Oh, here we are. Okay, Dreamlin Allergic says, why didn't Greg ever come back and finish what he said he would do? He always puts you off. He has breached any contract of the two you had. Move on. To hell with him. Find better investors and donations.
Yeah,
Dreamland says, grow OFR to be the best fish rescue ever. Big Junior says, wow, I bet he's going to be super butthurt with you now. For sure. For sure. Because you know why? All of his followers are going to be like, oh, you know what Rich said about you? I said the fucking truth. I stated the facts. Nothing I said is an allegation, a lie, nothing. Everything I said is the exact truth. We have been waiting 4.5 years with him giving us 17 different dates and never showing up. And I put it off as he's busy. I put it off as, okay. But when he started telling me, you got to talk to Ed. Okay, I always talked to you before. And then Ed tells us, you got to talk to John or, Greg. I'm like, oh my God, now we're getting a runaround.
Pass the proverbial buck.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, Greg's filters and Orasa, for that matter, they're both too damn complicated. They don't need to be all that freaking.
All right. Harley Gem says, good, OFR can grow now. Monkey says, yes, Rich, that's the right thing to do. Lori Petrosky says, you two grown men, both bullheaded. Greg should respect whose property he's working on. Exactly. You know what really upset me? And I'm going to say it now. When they donated the front pond, he says, everybody line up for this back picture. I'm sitting way over here on the end with Tracy. He comes from the center behind the waterfalls. He gets up, he walks over the bridge, he comes over here, and he comes over, he grabs Tracy, he takes her back, he goes over there and he squats her down beside him, and he hugs her, and there's the picture, the final picture of the thing. I'm way off on the left field. He's got my girl next to him. That you don't understand how much that upset me. That pissed me off.
Oh, technically, the pond was a gift to Tracy.
It was, but why wouldn't he say, you two come over here?
Really?
There could have been me, Tracy, and Greg in the center of the shot.
Yeah.
I was way off on left field, and he had my girl right next to him with his arm around her. That really pissed me off. Joe Yurick says, congratulations, Big Rich. You've made the first step away from the cult. It's the beginning of having your own life back. Yeah, but there's going to be big repercussions. Someone's going to show him this, and he's going to, you know, he didn't call me back. It's been 2 days now. He hasn't called me when he grew up. So he didn't feel sorry for what he did. He feels justified and pissed off. Aggressive Fish Lover says, let Awasa take over as your sponsor. Your X-Fish channel, not a pond channel. You are a fish channel, not a pond channel. I want to see the newest and best in the fish hobby. Lars Bremen says, how are the baby koi? Oh, some of them are 2 inches, some of them are 1 inch. The fact is they're big enough for me to see the color difference and how many are in there. They're just everywhere.
Yeah, I can actually start seeing some patterning on them.
Yeah.
Of course, it changes constantly.
Harley Jem says, oh my God, yes. Everyone who worked for the weekend are true OFR legends. For sure. Oh, and Sue Ann, remember when it was like 10 to 5 and I started yelling out, everything left for free, people. Sue Ann ran over to the guy that grabbed the brand spanking new sump, which Josh wanted to put back away. And it's like a $300 sump. It's all clear with like a red top, and then it has parts for orbs. It has everything. It's a beautiful sump. This guy picked it up. Sue Ann ran over and said, oh, no, that's not for free.
No, that's not. It wasn't even
well, anyway, he called me, and he wanted to buy it from me. And I told him a price, and he agreed. So he's coming to pick it up. Lori, Jim Shiloh, and Reaper came too. Yes, everybody. Solid. Rescuers, rescue people, OFR related.
Whoever says Marie Dean stopped in.
Yeah, she stopped in.
She brought me this big apple fruit.
Crystalline says, how many floods has Jerry caused this week? I don't think none. Not one this week.
No. Not yet, although we tried today. But that was me and Josh working together. Bad communication sometimes.
Stu Strickland says, always thought Greg would have liked to have been in the movies. That's one hell of a Hollywood ego.
He wouldn't have made it.
Harley Jem says, loved Lori and Sue Ann's feeding time in today's video, by the way. Harley Jem, I had to cut a lot out because Sue Ann was making my drinks for me because I was so busy dealing with people, and she over poured me. And I was so soused. I was slurring my words, and I just felt like I looked stupid. So I had to cut a lot of that out. You guys could have seen a lot more feeding, but I didn't like how I sounded in it, and it did make me look stupid.
Yeah,
that's the reason I stopped drinking Sunday.
On top of that, they were bleeping his nose, not hers.
They booped my nose. Vasquez family says, he's a spoiled baby. Let him show his true self. Oh, he already did.
All right, so let's
Monkey says, do what's best for you in the rescue. Aggressive Fish Lover says, always do what's best for you and yours. Don't ever let any man pull anything over your head. Well, no, when somebody does this for you and you are a better person for knowing that person, you do kind of give them loyalty. Well, I gave 4.5 years of loyalty, and, he gives me zero respect. I mean, come on. I try and explain why we did that. Hey, Greg, you haven't been here in 4.5 years. We do need help. We haven't gotten the pond clear yet, except for in winter. I was going to go on and on and on. And all I said was, hey, Greg, you haven't been here in 4.5. Click. He wouldn't even let me explain. He just let me know he's pissed at me. And the way he said, your son put another video on Awasa filters. I'm like, he's letting me know he don't like Josh now.
You can't stand on your own stuff good enough to be able to take a little bit of competition. I mean, he was never a sponsor anyhow.
Sue Ann says,
Never
oh, he
had
was
one.
never a sponsor. He wouldn't
No.
give me no koi
We don't
food.
have an agreement.
He's a pond guy, and he sells koi food, but he wouldn't donate any koi food. But he wouldn't let me get koi food from anybody
When
else.
you have an agreement with a sponsor to sponsor you a certain way. There's no agreement.
We have no
You
agreement.
accept a
other than-
donation.
Yeah.
If somebody brings in a goldfish, that's a donation. If somebody brings in 50 pounds of the best koi food imaginable, that's a donation.
It's a donation, and we're not out there going, hey, this donation was better than Greg Woodstock's, you know, and we're not saying this food is better than aquascapes. We're saying thank you for the donation. We appreciate it. We're going to feed the fishes. And now that's it. We're not penning anybody against each other. All that childish shit. I mean, come on, grow up with that. Anyway,
last year we went through that whole pallet of
a
koi food.
pallet of koi food.
Yeah,
And now we're going through our buckets we had left over.
Yeah, but we didn't. We actually went through a pallet and a half, counting what we
Okay.
brought down.
Lorenz Cortot says, hey, Big Rich, tell everybody who wants to donate as a company, donations are welcome if there are no strings attached. You know what? Anybody out there, Owasa, any other companies that have offered to donate before, if you want to donate now, we'll take it and we will advertise your donation for sure.
Can you reach over there and turn down that air conditioner?
It's hot in here.
Hot.
It's hot.
I'm sitting over here with goosebumps.
I'm sitting over here sweating. I got,
Look at goosebumps. I'm cold.
well, then grab a blanket. There's blankets right there. Put it over
I'll
yourself.
wrap up in a blanket back here. I'll go back out on the back deck.
Just grab one of those little blankets and put over your lap. I'm sitting here sweating. I turned it off for you, but grab a blanket.
It's just my bare arms, man. Okay.
Sue-Ann or Summerlee says everybody had watermelon treats. Yeah. Sue-Ann says Harley, they ate that watermelon up. Lorenz says Big Rich, tell everybody who. Yeah, I already read that. Monkey says Big Rich. Honestly, a lot of people wouldn't know who he is without you. No, he's well known. He's
got
the
his
top
own road.
advertising out there.
You don't need us.
Lori Petrasik says, out of sight, out of mind. The man we know is Big Rich. Everything you do is just amazes me. You're on my bucket list. Aw, thank you, Lori. I try and help out everybody. I try and do good for everybody. And I try and be a better person every day. You know, the drinking got a hold of me this last week and a half because of all the people that were here and Sue-Ann overpouring for me. Thank you, Sue-Ann. So it got away from me a little bit, but I got a handle on it. Come Sunday, I quit drinking and I haven't drank since. Until tonight, I've got 3 drinks lined up. I'll Summerlee put out all the links. Terry Bennett says you probably could sell space somehow right here with websites scrolling on the screen. Lori says, Jerry, how's your health?
The last couple of days with the smoke and me smoking, but now I'm early back to normal. Trying to get in coordinating with Josh, Rich, what needs to be done and what I can do and what I can't.
Oh my God, I've been on it for the last week. I've been, I did like 3 loads of dishwasher. You know, I hand washed a bunch of dishes. I got the kitchen back up to par, and then they walk in. John comes in, sets a cup down. Jerry walks in and sets a spoon down. And I know it's nothing, but I just got done working all night. I'm like, yo, guys, that's it. No more. You use my silverware, you use my plates, you rinse them and put them in the dishwasher. When the dishwasher's full, I'll run it. That's how we existed as bachelors for the last 7 years. Things are back to normal. It's not the long week where people are staying here. And, it's crazy. But, they make me act like a dick to get back on track. But now we're back on track. I scrubbed down all the counters. I scrubbed down all the appliances that were used. I got all the dishes done. And I got that back. And then I got the dining room clean today. I got the whole side of the house clean. It don't even look like there was a yard sale there at all. So I got the front dining room. That was hard today too. I redid all the train tracks and trains and you know, made them smaller to where they're stacked up now. And I can start on that project soon. I got rid of all the stuff out there and put it back away where it belonged. And now the room's open, the carpets are straight, and we're good. Crazy Cichlid says, I hate to even say this, but he said he wanted to do that pond for Tracy, but now looks like it was all about making himself look good. That is just pure shit. Well, that's what he does.
In order to make money off of all those people, he's supposedly teaching how to make a pond.
He goes and
He
builds
has
somebody
to
a free
go find
pond
a pond
and
to
donates
build.
the pond to somebody.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's marketing genius.
Yeah.
And that's what Awasa said about him. He's an absolute genius at marketing. I wish we could do what he does. They admired, him, but then, I hear from him that I'm not allowed to even talk about them. That's his sworn enemy. It's crazy. It's
I
crazy.
don't know. He disrespected me in our first conversation, and I just left him behind.
Well, how'd that go?
What he was giving me the 5th degree out there at the kitchen table, and then with my knowledge and my experience, and he says, "Oh, you read a lot, don't you?" And turned his back on me.
Walked away?
Yeah. Well, didn't walk away, just started a conversation at the table with somebody else.
Oh.
And he's sitting there giving me the 5th degree. I don't know if he's trying to figure out what I know or what I can do or what my experience is. And then I'm talking to him and he says, "Oh, you just read a lot, huh?" And turned and started talking to somebody
So he
else.
dismissed you.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, poor Yurt explained. He goes, Greg's business is like an Amway salesman. Multi-level marketing scheme. Ah, I see. And that's true. Absolutely true. Wayne Walker Case says, I was brought up on that when man gives his word, he sticks by it. But sadly, these are too many people are full of crap. You're better off without that drama, Rich. Carry on doing all the great things you do. Well, thank you. When I donate my time and effort and we go to somebody's pond, I don't charge them. I don't have other people pay me to help me so I can teach them how to clear out a pond. I do it at my expense. I do it out of goodness,
Let's get off of Greg. We got too much.
Well, I just go by the talking. So I'm reading what we're going.
Yeah, okay. I'm just
in the future, any donations put down the term and condition and the time limit. Don't let the same mistake happen again. Absolutely not. Steve says, I discovered Greg's channel through you, Rich. I just unsubscribed from his. Really? I don't want to turn people against them. I'm just putting out the truth.
He's good at what he does.
Doompy says, how can I get an OFR baby coin in the Netherlands? Do you want it live or dead?
Come visit.
We can make a painting of one and send it to you. Terry Bennett says e-bike companies are paying for ads like crazy. Yeah, we could take, some free e-bikes and then advertise them for sure.
Yeah, they practically giving them away.
Scarecrow says, what's he going to do? Come take back the hole he made for you? You got this, brother. You are to answer to sweet. You are too awesome and sweet to answer to a chump like him. Wow.
Okay, Scarecrow.
Put it right to it.
Yeah, I like your lips are so shut or something. They're kind of mumbling.
You're not mumbling. Harley Jem says, plane trip. Okay, I don't know what this. Sue Ann says, that's cool. Garcia Aquatics. Well, hello, Jerry and Big Rich and everyone in the chat. What's up, Garcia Aquatics?
All right.
No. I only put fingers in them. I don't know what side chats you guys are talking about. The wet turtle nose boop was great. Aw. Lawrence Corthouse says, where I live, it's normal if you help someone. They normally take care of the food and drinks. That's what I feel. How you get there and your time is up to you. See, I was so grateful that I was willing to pay the gas because Reaper donated his time. I'll drive you back. You don't, because they were going to call that same lady back for the $200 to take him home. Reaper offered the 200 or the time to drive him home. And I'm like, if you're going to do that, I'm going to donate the gas. They were here all week. They worked there. But I'm telling you, this sale would not happen without Steve and Swan being here. It would not have. They pushed me to work harder. I was out of it. I was broken ribbed. I don't want to move. I can't bend over. That was bad. Raheem says, Rich, that's why there was no videos on Monday, because you were hungover. Oh, I had to shake something fierce. It was bad. It was, I couldn't even, I was just like, leave me alone. Because, normally I'll get up and drink a drink to help me get past the hangover. I didn't drink. I dealt with the shakes. I dealt with the fogginess. I dealt with the sweats. And then I took a shower. And then I was okay. But then the next morning I woke up and I still had shakes. I'm like, damn, I must have been super drunk. And I just can't drink like that. That was too much for me.
I see how far behind you are.
Suhan says, Raheem, actually, it was too busy and nobody had time. Well, that also played into it. Because I got to put out the video at 7 o'clock in the morning. Sunday, I was too drunk and I was too busy. I was sitting there with a line of people to me, and I'd get done with this guy, and Suhan would be like, she's been waiting 10 minutes to talk to you. Okay. What do you Rich, he's been waiting 10 minutes to talk to you. Okay, what do you mean? I was just like, and there was a line. It was crazy. So Suhan was getting me drinks, and I just kept on going and going and going and going and going. It was something.
Other John says watermelon.
Where did this jump to? Okay, we got that, but let me go back a little farther.
Oh, you still got it.
Okay, now we're up to this. Go ahead and do that one.
Oh, Garcia Aquatics is Fire Rescue gift membership.
Oh, nice. Aggressive Fish Lovers received one. Steve 511 received one. Fat Boy 123 received one. Cole Davenport received one. Eric Alvarez or Alvali received one. And everybody's thanking them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Bellstar's here. Hi, Bell. She says, hi, Rich, Jerry, and Fish Family. I finally got an evening off. Okay.
Hey, good to see you.
Garcia Aquatic says, you're very welcome to everyone that got gifted.
So are you.
See, anyone that knows me, that hangs out here, sees how much I do for everybody. I give away so much free stuff. If it's going to help you, take it free. This and that. We've got this for sale, but if you want one, it's close to it. I got one back here. That's 75. Here's a 70-gallon here you can have. Blah, blah, blah. I help out everybody. And the people that are actually here and see it are amazed, and at how much I actually help people out. It's the people online that are like, oh, you're getting free stuff, way to, what do they call it?
They want to stir up trouble. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Sit in their mama's basement. Play with
Way to make a good scam work for you or something like that. Yeah. Raheem says, Suhan, you had Rich drunk. She sure did. Oh, here you go.
Oh, Lindy Moo.
Lindy Munn. Yeah, Lindy. No, it's Lindy Moo. Yeah.
I think I'm reading it right.
Yeah, you got it.
It wasn't just about the pond. He figured he bought the right to disrespect you in your home.
Now, that's the most truest statement I've ever heard about him. Yes, he bought the right to disrespect me in my home. I wouldn't go to his house and say the things he said to me. I'd go to his house. I'm like, oh, you have a very nice home. Oh, yeah. Oh, would you like somebody? No, I'm good. A water maybe. I wouldn't be like, you're I can't trust you for anything farther than I can throw you. I would not do that to him at his house. Jesus. I mean, no manners whatsoever. Loren says, well, that happened before. Suhan overpoured on the new Mermaids episode. Yeah, that went sour quick, didn't it?
I don't know. Like I said, he disrespected me in our first conversation. I don't take that from anybody. I dealt with people who could buy and sell ham for breakfast and never miss lunch. You know, I mean, you don't, you're straight.
When a man
We're
tells you,
even with you. You know,
Right.
I mean, we're equals.
right,
I don't care how much money you got, what you
I don't try and disrespect you. You don't try and
Nobody-
disrespect me.
No, no.
That's how you get along, is mutual
Yeah.
respect. But when a man tells you, yeah, I'm ready to hit you, you know, and you're in his house, you get up, you get out of this hot tub and you walk the fuck out. You know, you don't sit there and goad him on. You know when you're going to get sued if you do. You know.
Oh, well.
Let's calm down here. Raheem says, or AJ Fish Keeper
Oh, I love it.
says, glad the yard sale was a big success. It definitely was, absolutely was, and I've got so much room now.
Oh, we got to back up a minute.
What? Oh, Vasquez family says, take the pond guy banner down, the aquascape banner down, put Jerry's face up on it, and put the tour guy.
Yes. I enjoy doing the tours.
Well, you enjoy telling stories, talking to people. That's a way of passing time, and you do it well.
Hey, my mouth still works good. I joke around with people though and say, hey, get out of here before we get in another conversation.
Gracie Anner Gaggle says, if you're enjoying the live stream, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you for your support. Thank you, guys. Please do that. That helps out.
I never heard of this.
Tyler Kerr says, Jerry, you know what they say. Never underestimate the crypt keeper. He may be old, but he'll still kick your ass. Okay, Cichlid says, sounds like a Ponzi scheme. People pay him to do labor. All the money goes to the top. How else would he be making $270 million a year? His sales?
He's got a lot going.
Yeah, he's got a lot of different things going in a lot of different directions.
I'm not even familiar with it. Like I said, I walked away when so I haven't paid any. I got no reason to pay any attention to it.
See, Airtime says Owasa are the best filters. I have one. The pre-filter is godsend. See, I didn't even know Greg sold filters. He sells wetland things under the ground. So I wasn't even thinking I'm stepping on his toes by having Owasa donate us a filter. So I don't know. Leroy Martin says, yep, I wouldn't know who Aquascape was if it wasn't for you guys.
Thank you, but sorry about that.
Stu Stickland says, it's a class thing, Rich. He looks down on you. He definitely does. He wants me to do things his way, and I can't afford to do things his way. He hires everybody to do everything for him. Oh, let me tell you another story. We were building that pond. We were going to dig it. I needed a bobcat, a tracked bobcat. I looked, and we were going to spend $3,000 a month, and we weren't going to get it done in a month, so maybe $6,000. I'm like, you know what? Let me find a deal on a bobcat. And I found that bobcat we got, tracked, 2017. I bought it for $17,000. I've already been offered $20,000 for it. I'm going to make money and use it for free. I told Greg this thing. I'm like, look, dude, I bought one, and I'm going to use it, and then I'm going to sell it for what I got into it, or even make money because I got it on a deal. Because that's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Why wouldn't you rent it like I told you? Because that's throwing away $3,000 a month. I don't make. And he started yelling at me again, belittling me and shit. From this point on, I don't care how much money you got. If you treat me like shit, you're going to be escorted off my property. That's it. Call Girl Fish Keeping says, I just unsubscribed from Greg's channel too. Wow, a lot of people are unsubscribing from him.
Oh,
Greg, you did it to yourself. You should never have treated me wrong. I'm a nice guy and I help everybody out. And then you should never try to hold it over my head, your donations. Your donations, you made money on. So, and then you've just berated me since. And I've been loyal to you for 4.5 years waiting. And you've never came back. You've lied to me, I don't know, 17, 18 times with dates that you're going to come back, and you never showed up. And I put it online. Everyone knows how many times you were going to show up, and you never showed up. And I never said anything bad about you. But, you know, you want to hang up on me like a child? You just gave me the go-ahead to go on with my life. I don't owe you nothing. You made money on every donation you gave to this place, and you made videos and made money off the videos. So what did you really do for me? You took over my life. You controlled me. You berated me. You yelled at me. You talked to me like I'm a child. You made fun of me for buying a bobcat, which now I've had an offer now of $23,000. The price of bobcats have gone up. So I don't care what you say. That was a smart move. I got to use it all this time, and I'm making like $4 or $5 grand off of it if I sell it. So now, you know, you don't know what you're talking about. Plain and simple. And if you don't like it, come talk to me. Plain and simple. Come at me, bro. You should have called me back and apologized is what you should have done. Because now I'm moving on. Does that say call girl or Cali girl? Read that, Jerry. Call girl fish keeping or Cali girl? Thank you, because I was like, your name is
the dot on that eye kind of throws you off a little.
Cali girl fish keeping says OFR is honest and real. Greg is just a self-centered, arrogant person selling overly marked up Chinese crap. No respect for him. See, and that's what I tell you guys the truth about everything. I say the truth because I don't remember lies. I help out so many people, and I try and be a good person. You know, I'm paying for karma. You know, back in the 80s, I was a drug dealer. I was a piece of shit. My dad threw me out at 15. I did what I had to do. And I'm from 1988, I came out of jail, and that was it. I've never touched drugs again. You know, other than now Jerry and Reaper come over and smoke weed, and I told them on the back deck. That's it. You know, I don't even like the fact that when Reaper, Mark, John, they all go on rescues, you know, they got to be pulling up smelling like weed. I don't like that image for Ohio Fish Rescue. And I've told them, you know, please wait till after the rescue, then do what you want. You know, I don't mess with drugs at all. There's no drugs in my house, you know, ever. I haven't done drugs since 88. So I not only did I pay my time, I went to jail, I paid my time, and then I've never done it since. I'm not a selfish person. I look out for everybody around me. And I don't make decisions based on me. I make decisions based on the family, based on the rescue. What's better for that? I've given up many things many times because it makes better sense to make the decision in this direction that will help out the entire family. You know, I've told people many times that everybody thinks money's the root of all evil. It's not. It's selfishness. That's what makes everybody do all this dirt in the streets. That's what makes people steal. It's what makes people rob. It's what makes people, you know, carjack people. It's all selfishness. People want to say money. No, it's what they want, and they think they deserve or are entitled to take what they want from somebody else that's a hardworking person. I'd rather be respectful to everybody, and you know, I absolutely love my volunteers and people that come out here. They come with the best intentions, and I try my best to make everybody happy and feel at home. You know, my home is their home while they're here. You're more than welcome. Anything you need, you know, anything you want, and I try and cover it. You know, it's just it's a lot of good people hanging out together, and this is why I love my fishy family. You know, I don't know. I could be choosing to go out to the bar, you know, when I got a Saturday nurse, but no, this is my night out. This is when I choose to drink my 3 drinks during the live show, and I get to hang out with good people. I love that. So, I mean, I don't know. All I know is I'm not going to let another man run my life because, you know, he says he donated. When I can prove that he made money on every donation, and that he's still making money from the residuals from the videos. Let's move on. Steve and Mindy travel together. That's a great name. They were absolutely awesome. New family members in my life. Oh, does that mean you guys were here? I don't remember. I met so many people over the weekend. I'm sorry.
Sounds like the newcomers.
Well, no, I can remember faces, but I, names.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll see you. I'm Mindy. Hey, how you doing? I'm George. I'm Frank. Hey, how you doing? It just blends together after 3 days of 80 people being here a day. It was crazy. So I'm sorry, but thank you for joining the family. It's a everybody here is just such good people, and so many people want to volunteer. So many people want to help, and they're not asking for anything. I have to, it wasn't, nobody asked me, hey, Rich, can we have some steaks? No, I said, I'll take my own money and I'll go buy some steaks for everybody that helped out all weekend. Let's have a, cookout. And, that was just because I appreciate what you've done for me, and helped me out. It was a great, great thing. Lawrence Corthoff says, I see a lot of advertising by YouTubers. Just look at Paul Cafaro, Blake's Exotic Animal Ranch, and Camp Kenan, for example. Well, there's two of them that don't even talk to Greg no more because Greg yelled at them for advertising other people. Paul Cafaro, big thing. They don't even talk no more. Paul Cafaro said he had control over my life and I just couldn't take it. And then he took on an advertisement from somebody else and he was advertising their, I think it was koi food or koi medicine. And Greg blew up, had a conniption, called me up and everything about it. And, I don't know. In Camp Kenan, okay, I donated Atlas, a fly river turtle, to Greg. You helped us out so much. You want it, you can have it, Greg. Oh, he wanted Hubert, our main turtle. And I'm like, Greg, I can't give that one up. I promised the owner he'd be here forever. He's like, all that I've done for you, you won't give me a turtle. I'm like, Greg, calm down, calm down, calm down. I'm not saying I won't give you a turtle. I just can't give you that one. Hubert I made a deal with the owner and he's never leaving here. That's one of the things I do for people. If they can't handle it, they can watch their pet grow here. It's a good thing, Greg. I got a 6.5-inch fly river turtle that I will donate to you. Oh, okay. But yet he already released on me. You know what I'm saying? It was ridiculous. So I donated Atlas. If you ever hear him talking about his fly river turtle, his name is Atlas. We donated that. We also donated Ed. We had chompers, and what was the big turtle? Tortoise. I think it was chompers. What was the little tortoise? Littlefoot. We donated chompers to Ed and his rescue. Love Ed's wife. Such a nice lady. And he has, all these acres. And, we donated chompers to him because he has a fenced in area, like a half an acre. And that's where he lives. And he takes them in the wintertime and all that. I mean, it's a great thing. So I donated these things to them, to show my appreciation for helping me. But man.
6:32.
Oh, it's a Tracy update. I'm sorry.
Well, we're about 20-30 minutes behind on the chat anyway.
All right, it's 6:32. Let's go to the Tracy update. Summer Lee, 6:32 for Tracy. This week here, she has been so good and so aware. I've been testing her lately. Okay. I come in the room, I talk to the nurse, and she turns her head towards me and looks at me. I'm like, oh, honey, I see you looking at me. I understand. And I rub her hair. I kiss her on her forehead. I rub her arm. And I'm like, I just love you, baby. I'm going to take care of you. You ain't got to worry about nothing. And then I walk around the other side of the bed and start talking to her. And I'll be damned if she just doesn't turn her head and look at me there. She is so much more aware. She can't talk, can't communicate. She isn't closing her eyes on command or blinking on command or grabbing my hand on command. But man, she follows me. She's alert like that. So it's a big step forward like that. I know I've said this before, but it's even more than ever before. She is there. And, there's no blood in her urine. There's no cloudiness of your urine. She's been so good for so long now. And I just did like a 48-hour stretch with her for Tuesday and Wednesday. And then on Thursday, I got 2 hours sleep, 2.5 hours sleep. And I had to get up and going because we had a tour. We had a bunch of other stuff. And I was just dragging ass. But Thursday night at 11 o'clock, I went to sleep. So I was asleep by 11:15, 11:30. And I'm telling you, I didn't wake up until 10:30 this morning, and it was amazing. I got so much work done today. I was bending over, picking up tubs, putting them on the trailer. I cleaned out the whole side of the house. It was the sleep thing. So I definitely have to take care of Tracy. I can't pull away from that. And I won't sleep on her shift at all, ever, because I tried that before and I fell asleep and Tracy paid for it. So I will never fall asleep while I'm watching Tracy ever again. So there's that. But I found if I take some like melatonin or something, I bought a box of melatonin gummies. On the days I can sleep, I don't lay there and not sleep because my mind's racing, you know. I just go to sleep. And I'm going to do that from now on. So that's going to help out me being more aware and easier and, heal up better. I mean, because I feel better today than I felt in the last 2 weeks. My ribs are sore. Oh, my brother came over and visited today, and what's up, big man? And he grabbed and bear hugged me. I'm like, ah. And he's, oh, I forgot about your ribs. Obviously. But, we got her transferred from the old, like, trach supply, food supply, I forget what it's called, for like diapers and stuff. That supply house, we got them all transferred over. So now we've got like 3 things we're missing that we used to get. So we have to go through that ordeal and get that added on before next month of them. Well, actually 2 more weeks of them supplying stuff again. So, that's working out and helping out a lot. And we're having less problems with supply now. And we got them all from one company. So we don't have to call different suppliers and, hey, you haven't ordered yet, blah, blah, blah. And these people actually send me a thing on my phone, say, hey, it's time to re-up. Here's a list. What do you need re-upped? And then I have to say, on each one, have you more than 4 days supply? No. Are you still following the doctor's orders of how to use this product? Yes. Okay, we will renew this. But they're sending now, these new companies sent me a big box of like 150 things that we don't know what they are. So we're going to have to cancel that because they haven't sent us the internal suction things. So I think they sent that in lieu, and we're going to have to, get that fixed in the next 2 weeks. Other than that, with the 4 air conditioners, I've been able to keep the house down to like 77. And with the 1 air conditioner in the living room blowing on Tracy, she's been too cold a couple of times where I'd had to pull blankets up. So everything's been working in this 98-degree weather and stuff, and I've got it maintained, but I had to add 4 internal air conditioners on top of my home AC unit. Oh, and I also added what do you want to call it? A plant watering system or a misting system on the roof above Tracy, so that I can put that on these hot days, and it mists the whole roof and cools it off, so the 98-degree weather ain't baking the roof and making 150 degrees, and you get 130 degrees on the inside roof because there's no attic. It's a ranch house, so there's the roof, here's the room, So I did that, and that helped out a lot. It's been doing good, but now we're able to keep Tracy cool. If it's only 70s outside, the regular house air conditioner works. So what I'm going to do is turn all these air conditioners to 72 degrees. And if the house air conditioner works and keeps it at 70 or 71, if it gets above 72, the rest kick on. That's what we're going to do from now on. And I've been on top of emptying it because there's a hose in the back and it fills up a bucket. And if the bucket overflows, it gets the carpet wet. So I've not had the carpet wet since I put them up. We're doing great. Let me see what else. My day nurse called off 4 days, so they have a fill-in nurse, and she's a sweetheart. She was here Thursday and Friday, and she's going to be back Monday and Tuesday, and then we'll get Latrice back on Wednesday. So everything's going good. Tracy's about 110. Her normal weight is 99 to 101, but we can have a leeway. But she was up to 120, and I'm like, something's wrong here. And then I call the doctors, and they're like, oh, well, her normal weight's 124. I'm like, no, the fuck it's not. It's 99 to 101 is what she's been for the last 35 years I've known her. And he's like, no, 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 she's 125. And oh wait, she's in the hospital now for a pitchfork accident. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you on drugs? She's laying beside me in the bed. He's like, no, she's in the hospital with a pitchfork accident. I'm like, if Tracy has a pitchfork accident, it's called attempted murder. She's laying right here, and she can't have an accident. Somebody stabbed her with a pitchfork. And they looked into it, and there was somebody in the hospital, and their whole, what do you call it? Their whole, what is that called, Jerry? Your thing at the hospital, they look up your records. Both records got combined together with the same name. So they split that up, and we got that corrected. And we stopped a feeding and brought Tracy down to like 102. So then what we do now is we increase the water with it, and we increase the protein, and we give her these pills, and she's gained a little bit of weight, but she's staying between 106 and 109 on what we got now, which is fine. She don't look big. She don't look bony. She's got a nice look to her, and she's healthy. So we're going to keep her on this. And she's back down from the 124 for sure. But I was doing that by skipping a lunch. See, with lunchtime, you don't have no medication. Breakfast and dinner has medication. So every once in a while, I'd skip a lunch, because if we keep her on the same regimen, she's going to stay the 116. And then, every once in a while, I'd skip a lunch, because Tracy would skip, breakfast and lunch all the time. So I'd skip a lunch, and we got her down. Now I'm giving her lunch constantly, and she's staying the same. Everything's great. She's doing good. So anything else we can say about Tracy? She hasn't been sick. She hasn't been, no bed sores, no nothing. She's doing great. I can't think of anything else to say. Her alarms never go off. I mean, hardly ever. Unless a nurse is messing with her and disconnect it to turn her or something, then the alarm will go off. But I mean, her alarms hardly ever go off. She's staying, low blood pressure. She's staying, high oxygenation. She's just doing great. She's doing great. And the amount of awareness now is more than I've ever seen before. I mean, I told you before, she had her moments of clarity. Now it seems like she's staying here's moments of clarity, and then you rise above that, and there's a level of clarity. She's staying above there. So, I mean, she's just doing awesome, I was talking to somebody the other day, and I'm like, yeah, she's doing better, but, at this rate, it might take, 10, 15 years before she's able to communicate. And I can't wait for the day she can communicate. I can make her life so much easier, so much better. What hurts? What do you want to eat? Because as soon as she communicates, the trach comes out. The doctors won't take the trach out until she can communicate. So as soon as she communicates, trach comes out, and then she gets to eat. We can feed her chicken and, and all kinds of things. And she used to love grapes and chocolate. We can feed her things. But I'm sure they're going to give us a pre-made meal to feed her. Chicken, rice, broccoli, and a little dessert. You know what I'm saying? But I can give her, sneaky things. Here's a piece of chocolate, honey. Here's a Hershey Kiss, and stuff like that. So I can't wait until she's able to communicate, because she has not stopped. She's still advancing. She has not stopped. So I don't think in 7 years she has slowly advanced all the way up. I don't think it's going to stop. But, the doctors say it can stop at any point. Other people are like, Rich, don't you think it's cruel what you're doing to her, this and that? Okay, I had a choice when this first happened. I could have pulled the plug. The doctor said if she pull any plug on any of these 8 machines, she will die. She's going to be on these 8 machines the rest of her life. And then he had all was crying. Another doctor came in, and he goes, calm down, calm down, calm down. Listen, let's wait a week. Her brain might be swollen right now, and that's why we don't see no activity. Let's do another MRI or CAT scan come next Friday, and let's see. And by next Friday came, she had worked off 7 of those 8 machines. But the other fucking quack, Dr. Kumar, said she'd never come off of. So when they asked me, there is brain activity. Now you can make your decision whether you want to pull the plug or not. I'm like, hell no. That doctor said she'll never come off these 8 machines. She already worked off 7 in a week, and she has brain activity. Hell no. If she's fighting, she's getting a chance. You know, I'm gonna give her the chance to come back. She deserves that. She deserves to play with her granddaughter. That's all I know for a fact. You know, she would lose her mind. So that's why people are like, why do you do this? Oh, that's why. If she has a chance, I'm going to give her the chance. You know, people are like, well, it's so hard work and this and that. I don't really think it's hard work taking care of your children, taking care of your loved ones. I don't think it's hard. It's just what you do, you know? Yeah, it's hard because of the nursing situation. Sometimes I got to do 48 hours straight, you know, but I have a chance of getting a 7-hour sleep in between them 24 hours. And this week it didn't work out. So I just said, screw it, I'll stay up. And I did, you know. So, but she deserves a chance to be able to live out a happy life. I don't care if she's ever able to walk. I don't care if she's ever able to talk, as long as she can communicate some way. That's my first goal, is to get her to communicate and let her play with her grandson and her granddaughters, you know. That's what she deserves it. She needs it, and I'm going to keep working. That's all there is to it. People say, Rich, you're a saint. No, the hell I ain't. I'm doing what for my family, like anybody else would do for their kids. You know, I don't see it.
Or at least they should.
They should, right? They should.
Well,
All right, I think that's all for the Tracy update. I don't know anything else to tell you about it. We got a new caseworker from the waiver program, and she sounds absolutely like a sweetie. She's very nice, you know, but there's nothing she can do about giving us more hours because we're at the top of the hours they allow, you know.
so we don't need no more hours. We need people to fill the hours you got.
That's true too. So many people call off, it's crazy. And then you know what kills me? I'm doing 80, 90, 120 hours a week because people call off.
Yeah.
You know? And you know, I'm trying to run a
They
household.
that's what I mean.
Trying to run the rescue.
Fulfilling their contract if they don't supply the nurses for the hours you need. They should have backup.
Yeah. Let's go back to this.
Oh, we got a lot to catch up on.
Uh-oh. Geez, how far did it jump forward just now?
Yeah, you did almost to the end.
Oh, swing into that. Okay, so hang on. Oh, we don't know that one. How far back?
Too bad there's not a timestamp on them things. Something.
Wait, you don't see no more blackbeard algae in that front 150-gallon tank, right?
Oh, it's there.
I don't see it.
Well, not all over the place, but yeah, it's there. I mean, yeah, I can see it.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Well, it ain't all God blessed ugly. I mean, I personally, I don't mind a little black algae in there. It's doing its job. You know, as long as it's not plastered all over everything. You know, it gets carried away.
Oh, another one. I'm subscribing from Greg. Wow. I mean, Joanne Ellis says I unsubscribed from him about 2 years ago. Adrenaline Allergy says the difference between OFR and the pond guy, he's in it for the profit unto himself, and OFR is in it to educate how big fish grow and promote nonprofit place for fish to live and help others. We're not making money at this. You know, I'm still spending almost $1,000 a month to pay for the bills out of my rental property money. So yeah, you're absolutely right. Summer Lee, I'm sorry, Jerry. Summer Lee says I unsubscribed from him and Ed a while ago. That's like 9 people so far.
Yeah.
Hunt's Club says he's a little wealthy, entitled feller with little man syndrome.
What do you call that? Big fish, little pond?
Siamese algae eaters are supposed to eat the blackbeard algae, but I bought 3 of them to put in with the tank, and it didn't help. Nothing changed.
No.
Yeah, we manually removed everything and then put it back in there and put a new filter on it, and I didn't see it since. Jerry says it's still there, but I don't see it, so it's very manageable at this point. I can do another 3% hydrogen peroxide.
It's under management. Yeah, I mean,
if it gets out of hand, we're putting peroxide in there.
watermelon, everybody, but my vape is dead.
Watermelon, everybody.
My vape ran out finally.
Damn, Sue Ann down in West Virginia says they only have a mile visibility too.
Well, it's a heat dome over the whole dang area that holds it all down. You know.
Here you go, Terry.
Oh, I get it finally. Okay. Wow. Drew. Wow. Fun. So. $1.99.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you very much.
I guess he's giving it a 7 thumbs up.
Is that what? Yeah. Thumbs up.
Times 7.
Gracie Intergago says, we love you, Rich. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, oh boy, we are behind here.
Scarecrow says, we love hanging out with you too, buddy. Awesome.
Marie Dean's reminding us it's Tracy time on the chat.
Right.
We are a little behind, thank you.
Well, I'm trying to catch up. Bill says, we love hanging out with you too, Rich. So it says, Rich, Steve, and Mindy are the ones that bought the 150 with the stand. Oh, I remember that and brought gifts. I remember that. Hi, guys. Hi, Steve and Mindy. It's just, the names didn't, I don't know. I met so many people. Dojo says, I work for Camp Kenan and Blake Exotic Animal Ranch. They both get multiple ponds from a yearly retreat. Okay. Blake, good guy. And Camp Kenan, I think is a good guy, but we donated, this is where I left off. We donated that turtle to Greg, the Fly River turtle. And then I guess Camp Kenan donated a turtle to Greg. Well, Greg didn't like it where it was, and it was too big, and this and that, and blah, blah, and he was going to bring it to me. I guess Camp Kenan called him and put a kibosh on that. If you don't want the turtle, you're giving it back to me. I'm like, why is Camp Kenan being like that? Why would he do that to me? I don't care. I can take it in. I'm a rescue. It's fine. I'll take care of it. We've never had a Fly River turtle die on us. We take good care of our animals. We've healed up, not Herbert. Herbie. We healed him up completely. Almost. He's still in the touch tank because we medicate still, but he's still there. But, we do good by our animals. And I don't know why Camp Kenan made such a big thing that Greg called me back and said, I can't give it to you because Camp Kenan's, losing his mind. Okay. So, oh, well, life goes on. Adrenaline allergic says it's good to hear the yard sale went great. Thanks to everyone who bought from you to support the rescue. And not to mention, everybody got such a good deal. Everything, the prices were cheap to begin with. You know, $1 heaters, $2 heaters, $5 heaters, and $10 heaters. For, you know, you get a 500-watt heater with a heater controller for $10. I mean, that's a $100 heater. You know, 150.
Easily.
And then they get free stuff with it too. You know, everybody had a great time. Nobody complained. You know, there was one tank that was set aside that Josh wanted to keep. It was a 5 foot long, I think 120, and he had it on its side under the thing. And somebody talked him into selling it, and then he sold it. And then he gets home and the tank leaked. So he brought it back. Josh gave his money back, and now we're selling it as a leaker. It's a reptile tank or reseal tank because it's a show quality 120 with the black silicone.
Congratulations, Sue Ann, a member for 65 months. Red Tail County.
Wow, congratulations. Bellstar says she lives in Wyoming and they're surrounded by fires. Really? Summerly says, I thought you donated Titan to Ed as well. No, we donated to Aquascape and, you know, Greg, but he has it there in the wintertime. And then in the summertime, he takes it to Ed's place and leaves it going in his Ed's pond. And then they take it back in the wintertime.
People are telling us our tortoises' names now.
Well, I couldn't remember. But Bellstar, what she says, I'm not going to say, but here's to you, Bellstar.
Yeah, well.
Hayden says, hey, Fishy family, I finally get to be at a live stream in 2 weeks. So happy to be with my Fishy family. Let's get danked. Here you go.
I would if I could, but I keep sticking this thing in my mouth and it ain't got none in it. Yeah, Danks works.
Jay Rod says, we need more peace and love in the world. And God bless Tracy. Love y'all at Ohio Fish Rescue. Thank you.
Jay Rod, thank you.
Bellstar, so I like the word dank. It was perfect.
Yeah, it does work. If you got anything to get Danks with.
Come on. All right, what else we got? Dreamland Allergic says, Tracy is well cared for. However, you need to take care of yourself too. Happy to hear she's doing well. You know what? I learned that on this last sleep that I had. Oh my God. I feel like I've healed like 2 weeks. Yesterday, I was walking, I couldn't cough. I couldn't sneeze. I couldn't bend over. And today I went out there and cleaned the whole side of the driveway and picked up all these tubs and put it on thing. I felt like I healed so much for what was it, 11:30 to 10:30, 11 hours sleep. I haven't had that. And I'm now going to start, you know, taking what was that called that I have the gummies of? That helps you sleep. I said it earlier.
Wish.
I forget what it is. But
You're not talking about THC.
no. Why does everything have to be THC with you?
Well, because a lot of people use that CBD shit.
No, it's forget anything THC. I don't talk about THC. Melatonin gummies.
Melatonin, okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to do that every time I have any chance of sleeping, so I get the most sleep I get. And you know, I take that BPC 157, and hopefully I get healed up quick, and you know, we can go on, and I can be back to being, voracious again. Bellstar says, your brother? Yeah, I have like Mike, my older brother, Greg and Junior, and Sean, my younger brothers, Lydia, Laura, and Julie, my sisters. I think that's it. Yeah, I'm one of 7 or one of 8. But they're all step brothers, step sisters. I don't have a real brother or sister. I mean, they're my real brother and sisters, but through marriage, my dad remarried and he had boys. That's my brothers. I mean, we've known each other for 50 some years, or 60. I'm 60. And they're my brothers, but we're actually stepbrothers. Marie Dean come up with suction catheters. No, that's not what it was. They aren't. Actually, they are the suction catheters, but we were getting the inline suction catheters, and now we're getting these things with like tubes on them. They catch phlegm. It's not what we need. So it says misting system on the deck. Everything will be wet and moist. You don't want that. Just being a woman, you don't want to hear the word moist. Come on. Oh shit. It jumped ahead. I'm going back trying to find out where we left off. Oh no. Swan says, hey Rich, you gave that company hell when that nurse called off on Friday. Did I do it on the live stream? I hope not.
Yes.
But yeah, I did light into them. I'm tired of this company, and okay, call off, but have a backup nurse. No, they're like, oh, you can do it. I'm drunk as shit on a Friday night after a live stream, and you tell me I got to stay up all night and watch Tracy? Like, sorry, Tracy, let me take care of you. You can't put me in these positions. If I have a nurse coming and I let out a little that night, you can't call me last minute and say I have to take care of her. This is bullshit.
It was actually after the changeover time when they called in.
Oh, at 11? 11 was when the new nurse was supposed to be there.
No, it was the early nurse. It was the one that was supposed to come all 12 hours. The one that was working 12 straight hours.
That was Saturday.
8 o'clock to 8 o'clock, right.
That's Saturday and Sunday.
That's the one that called in.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, so much has happened, I don't remember.
He called in right after 8 o'clock.
JP Pressure Washing says, looking good, Rich. Looks like you've been hitting the gym, brother. I haven't been hitting the gym. I have been working out with barbells in my room. And I do what I can. And then just from eating, I'm trying to hit the 150 grams of protein a day and hardly no carbs and keeping the calories under, 1,300 so that I get rid of the body fat while trying to build muscle, So, I feel a difference. I haven't lost weight because I guess I've been building muscle. I'm still at the 252, 254 area now. When Sue Ann was here, I went up to 258. So I'm down from that now. I had 254 this morning. So 252 is the lowest I've ever been. But, with a little bit of working out, I am starting to feel a lot, like I don't hurt so much when I reach out and grab the milk and lift it up. Remember I had the shoulder where I lost all 7 tendons and I was trying to pick up milk like, now I'm reaching out and just grabbing, going, I feel a lot stronger that way. But I'm not losing the weight. I want to get down to like 225, back to my virile state, where I used to be. I wish I could show you some pictures. Here. This was me. Uh-oh. Josh sent me something. Hang on.
While he's searching,
okay.
Answer. Okay, go ahead, man.
That's not what we were talking about tonight. I thought it was something.
Let's go ahead, man.
I'm gonna show you this picture. It was under. Well, here's a simple picture. Let me get to that one. Ouch. Oh, that's what I used to be. Man, it still hurts to get up. So. Whew. This was my bird, Big Boy, that I got rid of to buy the or start the rescue. But look at.
You're not on the screen yet.
I'm on the screen.
There you go.
I was always skinny like that and not much muscle. I was stringy, you know. And then I want to get back to that. But let me get to this one. It was Messenger, I believe it was. Facebook. Yeah, I'm coming. You can talk to him, Jerry. I'm trying to find this picture.
Okay, this somebody asked me, did the kingfisher return after I scared it away? No, it did not. And I would like to comment that people think I'm using a BB gun. I'm actually shooting at the birds. It's just a noise to keep them away. And there is an exception to those rules. Yes, it's a protected species, but you are allowed to protect your pets and livestock. All right? So don't give me a hard time about it. You know, I honestly don't even mind if the kingfisher grabs a couple. It's all koi are eating them anyway. But he's not going to grab the big ones. The trouble with the heron are that they're scavengers. I don't know why they're protected. But anyway, they kill the damn big koi.
They take the koi out, don't even eat them.
And then don't eat them. They just come back after it's dead and eat it because they're scavengers.
You got to be able to protect your livestock.
Right, and pets.
Okay, I can't. I'm having trouble finding this other picture.
By the same aspect, I enjoy a good fish dinner, but I don't eat pets. You know?
No. I've had to keep a watch on you to make sure.
Oh, you and your... I had to tease him about I'd never tasted arapaima before.
And you're not going to.
Bruce is out there.
Oh, here, guys. Here's a picture for you. You just looked at my wiener.
Oh, man. No wonder you can't find a picture though. You got so much junk.
I'm going to find it.
Ah.
I believe it was under messages or messenger. Here's messenger. Let me go there. Okay, it's got to be under here. This is it. No, it's not there. Right, let me look in here. No, I can't find it.
Oh.
It's got to be on this one. Oh, you know what? I think I put it under this. Where's my pics at? Oh, I remember when I put it under. I remember. I found it. I'm going to it now.
That's short-term memory loss. Smell that dope you smoke. Yeah.
I don't smoke no dope.
No, he really doesn't, and he's hard about it. He lets me smoke my vape in here because I drink with you people. Because I
All right.
don't drink. But
I'm gonna-
it's strictly all on the back deck.
That's the way I always was most of my life. There we go, right there. That was at my last house, and that's the same stripper pole that's in my bedroom now. That's what I'm trying to get back to.
Good luck with that.
Dude, I just got to get back to 235. I'm at 250 something now. It ain't going to be long. It ain't going to be long at all. If I don't, keep having people over for a week and a half cooking, that threw me all off. I actually gained weight. All right.
Well, these out of place comments get you. Can't even respond to them because I'm reading them down here.
I'm doing overtime to catch up with the chat, Harley. Oh, okay.
I ain't being critical. I'm just saying it gets me once in a while. At least I don't comment openly to the chat down here.
Well, thank you.
I broke that rule enough times.
Raheem says, Big Rich, are you on WhatsApp? Yeah.
Oh, him being behind gives him something to talk about for a while. Thanks, Sue Ann. I needed that backup.
Jonathan Middleton says, what's happening, Big Rich? Camp Kenan was looking after Tom Crutchfield's croc monitor while he was looking after them in the big freeze they had in Florida. I'm not saying Camp Kenan doesn't do good things. I've always admired the man. I'm just saying I don't know why he wouldn't let Greg give the turtle to me. He stepped in, threw a fit, and the turtle went back to Camp Kenan. Does he not think I can take care of? I've got 7 Fly River turtles now, and I've got one of the biggest Fly River turtles. The guy from Australia came here and was like, wow, I've never seen one that big. Where they come from.
And he sees them in the wild.
He sees them in the wild, yeah.
Well, he did say it was awfully hard to get to that area of the river. That was a refreshing tour. Couldn't get the word out.
Yeah, you're right. Dreamland says Cam Cannon rescue turtles and other things. I don't think he was upset it was going to you personally. He just upset Greg that if you're going to get rid of it, I want it back. That's probably what it was, for sure.
I know it sounded more personal than that.
But Jonathan Middleton says Cam Cannon is not all he makes out to be.
Yeah, I know, but
Suhan says the hair toss was full on Farrah Fawcett.
yeah. So as I see in some of these comments, there's no all the time. You got to go back and
That's all right.
No, that's what.
Here, no.
That's what gets me occasionally.
We'll just do it again.
Okay, flip his hair. Flip him on his head.
Tyler Cruz says, I was wondering what happened the last 2 weeks. You haven't been on? I've been on every Friday. I've never missed a Friday. I missed Monday's video. That's all.
He must be talking to me.
Are you?
I haven't been on for 2 weeks. I don't know. I think he's talking to another commentator.
Could be. Damn it, it jumped again.
Skinny little Oscar Mayer wiener.
Wayne Horse says, I posted on Facebook to ask why the only OFR video on Monday was members only. You're wrong because I didn't post any video on Monday. There was no members only video, no nothing. I didn't post no video on Monday. I posted Ask Why and asked OFR, was it now pay-per-view? My post was declined with no explanation. I don't know if one of the mods or maybe even Josh, I never even heard this question. I didn't see it.
They with a grain of salt. I'm not trying to say that it's happening all the time, but there has been instances of other people jumping on the LFR account and putting stuff up and taking stuff down.
No, we got a fake channel that puts up stuff. That
I
Josh
know
was
the
after.
fake channel, but you got a couple of jerks trying to get even with you for shit they got no business.
All I know is I didn't put out a video Monday, and I didn't put out a members only video Monday.
No.
Sorry. No, the hair was behind me. It was in a braid.
No, depth charge asked me if I got more of that meatloaf. I had the delicious dinner of that meatloaf, and he's gone. So yeah, you gotta eat. It was a good meatloaf.
So I says, "Hi, Robert. What's up, Robert?" He goes, "That staff you brought was awesome. I got a pimp cup and I got a staff now.
That's
Thou shalt not pass."
oh, yeah, I know. That
I love that staff.
looks like it came out of one of those Steve Prunk movies. Kind of like those that's done. What's that stupid one where the cities are driving around eating each other?
Oh, monster keeper fishers or monster
I can't
killers.
remember the name
Yeah.
of it.
It had the girl from Fifth Element.
I have no idea what that is.
Janine or Jamil. What's her name? She was very hot in
Oh
Fifth Element.
no, you're talking about Monster Hunters. I'm talking
Yeah.
about that one where they got cities like London's driving around eating
Monster
New
Hunters.
York. That's not Monster Hunters.
They got a big city on a thing, and they struck things, and they grab the next city that's on wheels, and they tear it up, and then
Yeah,
they
but
take
that's
everything.
not Monster Hunters.
That is Monster Hunters.
Oh, somebody will correct us here.
Okay, let's go with that.
No, it's something else. Monster Hunters is that one with her, what's her name you were talking about from the fifth?
Fifth Element, yeah.
Yeah,
Mila
Mila, whatever.
Nukovic or something like that.
Yeah, she plays that military
Mila
character in the
Jovovich.
Jeep.
Mila
Yeah.
Jovovich. That's it. Mila Jovovich. Anyways, let me go to the next one. Wayne Horses. I wrote back to ask why it was declined and got ignored. That was very rude of your admins. I hope that they don't treat everyone who asks questions like that. I love you guys, but that was rude. I can't say it was rude. You know, let's say this. Josh works 8 hours a day. He comes here, works 2 hours. He goes home and he's with his family until they have to go to sleep. And he gets a thing. Why was it on members only? We didn't put out a video today. He just deleted it. It's just that simple. It's not rude. It's just, it didn't matter. It didn't pertain. It didn't happen. We didn't put out a video. There wasn't a members only video. We didn't put out no video on Monday. So this doesn't even matter. You know, delete, done. It's that simple. It's not rude. It's not intense. It's not nothing. You're making a big deal out of something that wasn't a big deal. He says, well, sometimes they post a members only video, just like every YouTube channel. Sometimes they put on a video you have to be a member to watch. And we do that. I don't think it was Monday, though, because I put out the members only videos, not Josh. And even Suan says, Wayne, I do not see any new member only videos to speak of. I haven't done it in a while. Don't make something out of nothing. It's nothing, really. It's nothing. It didn't pertain to us, so we didn't answer it. I mean, that's all I can see. It ain't nobody going, oh, F this guy. You know, this is some bullshit. I'm going to ignore him. That didn't happen. You know, hey, a members video. We didn't put out a members video. Just delete this comment. It's that simple. It's not a big deal.
Look on Jerry's face.
Joey's? What?
Oh, Matt went there. He says the look on Joey's face was classic after he looked at Big Rich's wiener.
You looked at my wiener?
Yeah, your little Oscar Mayer wiener.
Dude, I see that little hot dog thing, and it says, "You just looked at my wiener." I send that to everybody. That is hilarious. Loren says, "Big Rich smokes no dope and shows everybody's wiener." Bellstar says, "Wayne, sorry if no one answered you." I don't know what she was going to say. Yeah, don't take it to heart. Nobody meant nothing wrong to you. Scarecrow says, "Go to Taco Bell and eat some lettuce. You'll lose 25 pounds real quick." Oh, he's talking about cleaning out your gut.
Yeah, there's things going around.
Mm-hmm. What's that? It's a parasite in the
Yeah.
lettuce. Yeah.
Actually,
Bellstar says, "That's too thin, Rich." No, it's not. And I'm working out and putting on muscle. I'll look that thin with a little bit of body build on me. I just want my shirt sleeves to be tight. I've got I can stick 2 fingers in there. I want them to be tight, and just a little bit bigger. That's all. I'm trying. I'm working on it. Okay. Bellstar says, "Oh, I wish I had an Oscar Mayer."
enjoy Bellstar.
That's hilarious. You're so bad, Bill. No, Wayne, we're not going to change everything to membership videos. You don't have nothing to worry about. I'm sorry that you got upset about it. We're not changing no format. We're staying the same way we are. We love how things are, and we're not going to change anything.
Things are too screwed up around here to change.
You stop it, Jerry.
They'll really throw a wrench into the works.
Wait, Bellstar said, "That's too thin, Rich." Is she talking about my body or my wiener? It was an Oscar Mayer, okay? If you'd like, I could send you a wiener pic. I have this Ken doll with nothing, and you want to see a wiener pic? And I send him that.
Does anybody out there have an Oscar named Meyer? Or just an Oscar named Wiener? I've seen a few Oscars that qualified to be called a wiener.
Raheem says, "I never got your reply on WhatsApp." I'm not on my phone right now, Raheem. What's that? When did you send the thing? I don't check it. I mean, I have the program, but it's not something I'm frequently on. Okay, Vasquez family says, "I think the reason behind the turtle was because it belonged to his friend, Fred Grenwood, and he passed away. So he probably wanted to keep it. Like if Greg gave it away to somebody, he'd rather have it back." That's the most wholesome reply. That's the most wholesome thing that could have happened in it. And I don't blame Kenan at all. Greg, I gave that to you. That thing means something to me. And if Greg's going to give it away to anybody, not necessarily Ohio Fish Rescue, but anybody, I'd rather have it back. So I get that. And that clears Kenan of anything. I mean,
hey, we weren't listening to Kenan and what he was saying. We were listening to what Greg was saying.
That's exactly right.
Greg made it sound personal.
Greg made it sound very personal. "I'm sorry, I can't give it to you. Kenan blew up script and he won't let me give it to you." No, he said the words, "He won't let me give it to you. I'm going to have to give it back to him."
Third party involvement.
Yeah.
Especially somebody with an ego who wants to be center of attention. Saram wants you to show the staff.
You guys want to see the staff?
Well, there we go. That's what
So you guys just don't understand. Lauren says, "It always scares me a male holding a stripper pole." But what you didn't see, there was like 17, I had a harem that day.
Oh my God.
Okay, I might be exaggerating a little bit. Tracy was on the bed taking the picture. I was on the pole. But you got to admit, I was thin and fit for most of my life back then, you know? And then I got to this. I got to 344 pounds, and I didn't think I was that big, but I saw a picture of myself. I'm like, holy shit.
What's your job? You know,
What? I don't know.
all right, let's see what happens.
J. Rod says, what are you guys drinking? Vodka and grape juice or grape crush. 0 calories, 0 carbs.
Oh, I got coffee in one hand and Coke in the other, and my vape is empty.
Oh, Lorenz Cortez says, Big Rich invite Kenan to the rescue. When I met him, I did invite him. And he said he was, wanting to come up. I haven't talked to him since. And then the Greg Woodstock bullshit happened. So I think I'll contact Kenan again and be like, there's some bullshit that happened. I'm sorry, this and that, blah, blah, blah.
Well, your interpreter sucked.
My interpreter sucked. Hayden says, hey, the Oscar Myers may be small, but you got to show them your big deck, Rich. That's awesome. Hang on a second, guys. Oh, there's Raheem. Hi. Let's see. Jared says, I'm drinking some Portuguese wine and some Broken Skull beer. Cheers, guys. Here's vodka to you.
Coffee.
Oh, my God. I can't even see. My eyes are just, it's like moisture in here.
No, I think it's that smoke.
Could be.
My-
Make
my-
my eyes water.
Yeah, last night, man, my eyes were really. By the time I went to bed, I had to rinse them out.
Jonathan Middleton says, hey, Big Rich, I added a few more cichlids to my tank today. My tank looks good now. You can add more. Just wait a month for it to build up in bacteria and then add a few more. And the more you have in there, the less fighting, the less aggression you'll have. It's awesome. An overpacked cichlid tank is actually a good thing.
Coffee and pot out of my Gandalf pipe. Interesting. All right.
Jonathan Middleton says, what's your
I'm not-
Facebook? I'll
I've
add you.
never-
It's Big Rich Price or Ohio Fish Rescue. 501c3.
It's OFR.
No. Ohio Fish Rescue, 501c3, is my forum where we help people.
Yeah.
Ohio Fish Rescue is what Josh runs, and it's a business page and nobody can upload.
Oh.
Gravy Davey says, as Big Rich, how much for everything at the sale? $2 million was the reply. I was talking about the house, the tanks, everything. The car, the Harleys. I would take $2 million and walk out of here. But Jerry didn't come with the deal, so no deal. Now Jerry does come with the deal. You don't want to move. Oh, we're caught up. We're at the end. We're caught up. Unbelievable.
Congratulations.
Yay. Watermelon.
Yeah, watermelon. Dang it. I keep reaching for it anyway.
Take it and put it behind something where you don't see it. There you go.
You're on my vape hanging out on your table for the next 6 months.
Just saying, if you don't see it, you don't reach for it. You're right. Did you get the wildfire smoke and was it bad? And it was bad in Massachusetts a couple of days ago. I hope it wasn't too bad. And yeah, we couldn't even see the end of our backyard. It was like a cloud just sat on us.
Yeah.
And it was like brown cloud. It wasn't even normal cloud, you know?
Yeah,
It wasn't fog for sure.
it just looked like real thick fog.
That
Well,
turned brown.
I mean, not that thick, but yeah. But it's over 80 degrees outside.
Yeah.
There's fog.
What's up, Terry Time? Good afternoon, Rich, Jerry, chat. Toomby says, talk normal. He can see us talk now. Harley says, it's raining here, holding the smoke down. It's like, oh, nice. The rain would help, I guess. We're getting rain tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're getting rain tomorrow.
I was thinking that yesterday, man. This stuff's enough to make you wish for rain.
Tyler says, don't worry, Rich. When I win the lottery, I will buy it all. I promise. And Jerry, when I do, you and Big Rich and everyone at OFR will have a consistent job. No, Rich won't have a job. Rich and Tracy will be gone. Jerry can have a job. Jerry's only requirement is move him out of the basement up into one of the rooms upstairs. Oh, shit. Ow. Aggressive Fish Lover says in Ontario was dark all day, a few hours away from the closest fires. No shit. It's got to be thick there.
I fought a forest fire once, and I fought a brush fire once. And you don't, it's, whoa.
And he woke up out of his dream, and his cigarette fell out, and the bed was on fire.
No, that was the house fire. And it wasn't my cigarette. It was one of my roommates.
Ow.
It cost me my Corvette. It cost me all my sound equipment.
No shit.
Everything I owned. I left Winnemucca, Nevada with everything I owned in a backpack.
Oh, no.
And only because I had loaned my backpack to a friend of mine, and I had a spare change of clothes over to girlfriend's house.
Wow. What's his name?
Hey, I went out to fuck you. I went out the back door. It's got little panes of glass like this, the whole door.
Yeah.
And there's a dartboard here on the wall. The dartboard is melting down the wall.
Oh, shit.
And the glass is cracking.
Oh, no.
When I went through the door. And my hair was all singed on this side and all down. I had burns down my arm and shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was wicked.
Damn, you got close.
Oh, that poor. I had that chaparral vat with that cast aluminum 327. You look out in the garage, and there's this puddle of molten aluminum with stainless
that
steel,
melts
with
easy.
stainless steel sleeves sticking up in it.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And I had all the resin. I'd been working on the body on that vat, that 67 vat body.
Yeah.
Fiberglass. I had all that damn resin and everything out there in the garage.
Oh.
And my roommate had a 72 or whatever a vat. And he had it in the garage. I came home with mine and I chewed his ass out. And I plan on working on it.
You'd have parked yours outside, you'd have had it.
Yeah. His was parked out on the street. Mine was parked inside. I'm not sure whether it was him that burned the house down or not.
Terry Time says, hey, now I never catch you live. I feel so lucky. Hayden says, I'm so glad you're here, Terry Time. We're all old school OFR fans still here. Reem says, these days, no rain in Gao, India. It's hot here. Oh, sorry about that. Doopy says, the quick fuck you from Jerry.
Supposed to rain about what's that?
Doopy says, the quick fuck you from Jerry.
Yeah.
Terry Time says, I catch all the videos, but it's special to be in a live. Oh my God. Thank you for.
Jumped it.
No, I got it. It's right here.
Okay.
Especially being alive, she says. Tyler Kerr, 147 people, 103 likes. Hit that like button, please. It helps the channel, and you'll see some amazing content you won't see anywhere else. Trust me, I've tried, and it's free. Tracy at OFR hashtag. Thank you.
Yeah, all you got to do is search on YouTube for stupid people doing stupid
You
shit.
shut your mouth. Hank says it's special. It is special, especially with you here hanging out with us. So glad to see you, Terry Time. Oh, that's awesome. Jim says, welcome, Terry. Glad you made it live. Not always about the fish tonight, by the way. Well, sometimes we go off on tangents because, you know, after the second or third drink, we might talk food. We might talk music. We might talk movies. And, you know, it's an actual good time every time, you know. It's amazing. I always have a good time here. Aggressive fish lover. We are all here for the food and the bad and the ugly party rage. Up. Hayden says, cheers to Terry Time. Here's to you. He says watermelon is the drinking word. Oh, I said watermelon. There you go. Here's two.
Watermelon, people. It's the first thing I had to do when I cleaned up here. Cleaning up after the kids. Come in and clean up the watermelon so I can sit down.
Oh. She loved her watermelon, though. It was so good.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining about it. I mean, it's just what you do.
Yeah. God cleaned them after the kids. And you can't blame them for it. They're just, you know what kills me about the grandkids? She means no harm to nobody. She's so innocent. You know, she's just such a sweetheart, you know? And if she leaves a spoon out, you know what? Grandpa will pick it up. You know, no problem. I'm not going to yell at her later. You left your spoon out, little lady. You know, I'm just going to take care of it.
Josh and I were in the fish room and we were discussing fish. And at that level of discussion, some of it's Latin, you know, I mean, we were talking, you know, about diseases and stuff, illnesses. And he says, and it says right there. And I looked down at Laura and I says, can you repeat that? And we were trying to get her to repeat that. Oh my God. And then
did she cry?
No, no, by then he went out there to help you and your brother out there too. When your brother was here. So it was about that time we were working with the tanks. So I would have loved to have heard her try to say that.
Mexican's family. How's the gas gauge in the van? It's full. I filled it, and that's that, and Reaper hasn't used it. And I laid down the law to him. You have my card. Fill it before you bring it back. So I never have to stop. I only go a mile up the street to the bank and then back, you know, and I have to stop for gas. It kills me. I had it full, and now I have to stop for gas every damn time. So I read the rules to Reaper. Keep this on, bring it back full. Stop before you come home. You know you have to go to the gas station. I don't care if it's on 3/4 tank. Put it back full. I'm going to, you know, that's what I keep it at, full. Steve says, Rich, do you have any crazy prison stories to share? Wow.
I don't know if
wow. You really want to get into that?
I've got one for you.
Go ahead. You were in prison?
Where yes, I was in prison.
Where at?
I had in Washington State.
Okay. What was
I had just been transferred from maximum custody to minimum custody because they screwed up their paperwork. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. No. Beautiful.
Well,
I'm out in 6 months.
But they're going to
minimum
come
custody.
10 years later, say you still owe us 10 years.
No, in minimum custody, you can sign up to go out to help fight forest fires and stuff.
Yeah.
That forest fire I was talking about that I went and helped fought. Yeah, that was while I was in the penitentiary.
Wow.
And we went out and we fought that forest fire up in Washington State. And my God, man, about 16 hours of solid brush, back-breaking brush work, cutting fire breaks and having trees blow up. I mean, those big pines, that sap.
Well, they have all
boil,
that sap in there.
Yeah, and when they blow up, man, they don't screw around. Anyway, after we were all done, of course they put on the feast. Everybody sits down, we're done, we're dirty, and we're eating. And the kegs of beer come out. And oh yeah, boy, the four of us went back to the penitentiary just lost. They opened up one of the rooms. They opened up one of the rooms in the infirmary. They wouldn't let us go into population. That drunk. They had to let. We had to stay in the infirmary.
This was how long ago? Because they won't allow that now.
Yeah, well, they back then they had to give you your tobacco and papers.
Yeah, they don't allow that now.
Yeah. So no, this was 60.
Oh yeah, that's why.
7. I was 17.
Okay, well here's my thing.
So I was 20 when I got out.
I had to go to.
So that was 1970. Yeah. Anyway.
Here's the story. I gave a house to my son at 18.
Yeah.
And I thought it was the greatest thing a father can do. He saw it as I don't want to live with him. But I bought the house next door. Me and Richie fixed it up so I could, as a rental. And, we were the greatest of friends. He was always there with me, and him built that Camaro together. We were always together. He went everywhere with me, went to work with me. We did carpet together. I mean, that boy was my best friend. And then me and him worked on the house I bought next door from the assholes. And, that got taken from him that we bought from the city. We're rehabbing this house. And we learn how to do drywall. We learn how to do plumbing. We learn how to do electrical, all this stuff. And we get it done. And now it's ready to be rented out. Well, while he went to school, me and Joshy carried all of his stuff over next door and put it up in the biggest bedroom. And when we got home, I'm like, surprise, son, you have your own home. He saw it as, I don't want him to live there no more. And I never knew that. So he was rebellious. He is this and that. He moves in a bunch of his friends with him. Next thing you know, they're all selling drugs. And my dad calls me from an hour south and says, your son's selling drugs. I'm like, no, the fuck he ain't. I bought this house and I was out here working for like 6 months straight on fixing this house up. And I'm living out here. And he's like, your son's selling drugs. I'm like, no, the fuck he ain't. There's no way. I raised that boy a good boy. There's no way. Well, his friends influenced him. He moved friends in, and this guy's selling this and that, and then this guy's selling this and that. And next thing you know, they're into everything. And they sold to an undercover federal agent. And then they get raided by the feds. They didn't catch nothing there was no drugs in the house. But because it was a federal offense, they had the phones tapped and they had my phone tapped. Because I was the homeowner. So here, this builds up. Every time Richie said the word onion, or what's the other word for ounce? Onion or
Whatever the terminology was.
Whatever the terminology was, he got another charge from the feds. Even though they caught him with no drugs, because he said this on the phone was another charge. Right?
No, they can't do that anymore either.
How you figure?
No,
The feds are like the Gestapo. They have all the power. I couldn't fight them. I spent like fucking.
At that time, okay, they changed the laws since you can't.
This was 13 years ago.
You can use it in court to show pattern, but you can't charge people for each individual.
I don't believe that because nobody takes the power away from the feds. The feds have way too much power at all. I'll look it up, but I don't believe it. But anyways, so Richie's getting hit with conspiracy by the feds and talking about 20 some years. And they raid me here at this house and I have no clue what's going on. They raid me and they're like, blah, 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 this and conspiracy. I'm like, conspiracy to do what? What are you talking about? What's conspiracy? And, they got Tracy on the couch over there. They got me in handcuffs at the table. They're like, just tell us where the $1 million is and you know, your all your bricks of heroin. I'm like, what the fuck are you people are stupid, you know? I guess one of them that got caught said, oh, Big Rich is the man. He's got this, that, and that. He's the one supplying Richie. And they believed this bullshit. So they came here. They found nothing in my house. They dug up my backyard everywhere where there was zero grass. Like if there was a burnt spot or no grass growing, they dug. They were damn sure thinking they're going to find $1 million here. And they said a bedroom full of bricks. I've never messed with heroin. You're out your fucking mind. You people are stupid. You know, I don't know where you get your information from, but you people are absolutely stupid. And, you know, and they left that day. They didn't arrest me. They didn't find nothing, you know, this and that. But I get indictments in the mail for, what was it? What did I just say Richie got charged with? Conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
And this is a 25 to life charge. I get charged with conspiracy. So here's the thing I do. I got caught with a shotgun. Now, 3 days before this raid was my birthday. Richie comes over and he gives me this box and he goes, happy birthday, Dad. I open it up and it's a shotgun, a Mossberg 500 12 gauge shotgun. I'm like, get that thing the fuck out of my house. I've never had guns because I have a felony from 1988. I've never raised the kids with guns. There's no guns around, ever been guns. He's like, no, Dad, there's a new rule. As long as you get your hunting license and your felony's more than 10 years in the arrears, you can have a shotgun. I'm like, get the hell out. And he's like, no, it's serious. It's a new rule. And my son's never lied to me. I trust my son explicitly. So I'm like, let me see that. Here's my first mistake. I'm like, this is a nice gun. It had a bipod in front that it pulls out. So I took it and I put it on Tracy's dresser and I put the bipod out. So it's sitting on its gun butt with the bipod just sitting there. And I put a box of shells with a rose on it or a bow on it saying happy birthday. Now, mind you, none are missing. I've never shot this gun. 3 days later, I get raided by the feds because my son got raided. And I didn't know any of this is going on. So they find the gun. They're like, oh, this is 5 years. You're going to jail for 5 years, you know, felon in possession of a weapon. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. So when they leave, I call my lawyer. Now, thank God they had my phone tapped, okay? I call my lawyer. I'm like, you know, how you doing? You know, lawyer, blah, 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 this and that. My son gave me this gun, said this, said that. Here's the rules, blah, blah, blah. He goes, I've never heard of that, but let me look into it. He calls me back an hour later, and he says, oh, absolutely, you cannot have that gun. I can't tell you what to do with it, but you are not allowed to have that. I'm like, okay, thank you. So I hang up. Now, should I call Richie and bitch at him for putting my freedom in jeopardy? Or I got the idea. I'm going to call my dad, who's a big hunter, and I'm going to give him this Mossberg 500, brand new shotgun. I go, hey, Dad, big old hillbilly hunter guy. I'm like, hey, Dad. As soon as I hung up from the lawyer, I call my dad. Hey, Dad. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, Dad, I got a Mossberg 500 shotgun here, brand spanking new. You can have it. Come pick it up. He goes, his exact words, boy, what in the hell you doing with a shotgun? So now I have to explain the whole situation. My son gave it to me. He said, these rules. I called my lawyer. He said, no, that don't bullshit. You can't have it. So I'm giving it to you. He goes, all right. It's Tuesday. He goes, all right, I'll come up Saturday and pick it up. I'm like, okay, thank you, Dad. I hung up. I didn't touch the gun. I get raided Thursday because they had my phone tapped and heard I was giving it away. They raided me Thursday and I got caught with the gun. Now, I'm not trying to hide it from the police. I'm not trying to keep the gun. I did everything right. I got given a gun and I got given it under false pretenses that it's a ruling. You're allowed to have it now. I called my lawyer. Lawyer said no. I called my dad and I gave it away. They raid me before my dad picks it up and I get caught felon in possession of a weapon. Mandatory 5 years. But it was all on a tapped line. So when I go into the federal building and I'm getting charged, and it cost me like 20 grand for a federal lawyer to handle Richie's case and mine. Oh, and not to mention, they found 25 grand here that every year I save up cash, I put it away for the taxes. Anything I make after that is my money, can stay in the bank. It's my spending money. They found that money and they took it. So basically, they came in here with guns, strong arm robbed me, took my money and left. Didn't arrest me, nothing. I get the indictment. What was it called again? Contempt, not contempt.
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy. So I go to court, and the judge is like, listen, I've looked over all your paperwork, this and that. I don't feel you were trying to, evade the law. I feel you were trying to do the right thing, but you are a felon in possession of a gun. Now, here's what I can do. And he goes, this is a 5-year charge. I can step in as the judge and give you, this is the best I can do, 1 year flat time. You don't have to do 5 years, but you do have to do a year. I've never been in prison before. And I'm like, thank you, Your Honor. Thank you. He goes, no, I can do another thing. I can give you a split sentence. I'm like, what's that? He goes, you can do 6 months on home arrest and 6 months in the federal penitentiary. I'm like, thank you, Your Honor. Thank you. I've got to take care of my wife, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And this is not when Tracy was out and down like she is now. This is when she had narcolepsy. I was still taking care of her 15 years before this, And he goes, I'm going to do one thing better for you. I'm like, what? He goes, I'm going to do this because I heard your phone calls. You were not trying to evade. You were not trying to sneak. You were doing the right thing. But let me tell you this. If you'd have put that gun in a cab and sent it to your father that day, you wouldn't be here now. I'm like, Your Honor, I don't do nothing wrong. I didn't think the police would ever be at my house. My dad said he's coming Saturday. I didn't touch it. I didn't shoot one shell. I didn't touch the gun. He's coming Saturday. Take it. He goes, this is why I'm giving you these breaks. I'm going to give you a self-surrender. I'm like, well, what's that? He goes, normally you'd be arrested right now and you'd be taken back in the cells. And you would sit there, and this time does not count towards your time. You would sit there up to 2 years waiting for us to have a bed available at a federal penitentiary. I'm giving you a self-surrender, meaning when we find a bed and you there's room at this penitentiary, you have to show up. And if you don't, you get a 5-year escape charge. So now I get to sit at home until they find me a prison I can go and turn myself into. I thanked them and blah, blah, blah. And next thing you know, 7 months later, Elkton Penitentiary. You have to show up 2 o'clock Tuesday. We go there. I have to find somebody else to drive because Tracy can't drive. She's got narcolepsy. I had to find somebody to take care of Tracy. So I let one of our friends move in. It was female, of course. And, all your food's taken care of. Everything else, you got, groceries. You got your own bedroom. Just, watch Tracy. And I go and they drop me off and I walk in there and I'm in a satellite prison, which means, you've got full security, minimum or maximum security. You got, what's the secondary?
Medium custody.
Medium. And then you've got minimum. Minimum is a very good thing. Usually you're at a satellite system that don't even have a fence. But if you leave the prison, you get charged with a 5-year escape charge. Well, Elkton had a big 12-foot fence around it. So I go in there. I turn myself in. Next thing you know, because certain prisoners have rights and they know things, I get labeled as a narc on my case. I'm like, the only person on my case is my son. I'm not narking on my son. But yet, I've got these people that want to take me on. So the first 3 days I'm there, all these people are confronting me and shit. And I'm like, fuck you and this and that. Next thing you know, I talk to everybody there and they're like, take them in the bathroom. Take them in. There's no cameras in the bathroom. So this one big dude, he was like, he was going to fuck me up. He's going to catch me. And I don't know when. So I wait for him to go into the shower. He walks in there and he's in the damn shower. A naked ass man. I busted open that door, put him in the sleeper hold, and I chunked the shit out of him. You know, I'm on top of him, I'm holding him, I'm waiting. I'm like, wake up, wake up. He wakes up, I'm like, don't you fuck with me no more. Man. Boy, I didn't have no problems for him no more. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, that's the way it is.
The
See,
biggest,
I already had backup when I went to the pen.
I didn't have backup either. I was just there a couple days.
No,
I didn't know
already
anything.
had backup.
Oh, you had backup.
I had family.
Well, the next day, I find out from somebody else that, you know, this guy's going to throw some fucking scalding water on you at nighttime. And he's one of the gay parade. And what the fuck for? I don't even know this guy. Dude, I'm telling you, letting you know. So I wait for him to go into the bathroom. And I go in there and I put him in the sleeper hold, but I don't choke him. You know, because he's going in the shower. I come up behind him. I got him hanging with his feet off the ground. I let his feet hit the ground. I'm like, what the fuck is your problem with me? You're a fucking narc. I'm like, what does that matter to you if I'm a narc or not? You know, go suck some dick. Go fucking live your life. Leave me the fuck alone. And, you know, I let him go. And then he tries attacking me. So knocked his ass out in the shower. Left him sitting there in the shower. That was the second, or I think the third day. I think that was after that. You know what? No one bothered me the whole 6 months I was there. No one called me anything. No one labeled me anything. Everybody just left me be. And I was okay with that. I did my 6 months, and then I went home and I started taking care of Tracy. And that was that. That was my prison, you know, story. That's all I got to tell. And that was in, I bought this house 12 or 13 years ago. That was like 13 years ago, let's say. I've never been to prison before, you know. Even back in '88 when I got busted, I was only in the local jail. I got a felony, but I never went to prison. You know, I didn't do anything that wrong to go to prison. But let me tell you this, if it would have been the police that raided Richie and they found nothing, there would have been no charges.
Yeah.
Here's my problem. The feds are like the Gestapo. Whatever they say goes, and nobody stands against them. They have way too much ruling. And they took Richie and gave him 11 years because every one of his friends said he was the ringleader. And he gave them free rent and everything.
Those are narcs.
Those are the narcs, right. So, you know, everybody's telling, oh, 3 of them had guns and they threw them down. Guess who got the gun charges? Richie, because it was his house. So, yeah, they gave Richie 11 years, and he did 7 years of that.
His buddies buried him.
Well, his buddies buried him for sure. But, you know, a couple of them, you know, they all did like 2-3 years apiece. But Richie had to do 7 of those 11 years. And he came out, and now he's like me.
No.
I'll take everybody for their word. I don't trust a goddamn thing you say. I'll take you for what you say, but I won't believe it till I see it. And he keeps to himself. And now he's got this big company going. He's got 9 people working for him. He's making good money. He's doing great for himself.
He's good money. Good man.
It took a long time for him to learn not to trust your friends, you know. And sorry, it took so much of his life away, you know.
All right, he's done with the story. Sue Ann, thank you very much. $10. Happy
Aw.
birthday, Laura.
Ah, thank you, Sue Ann.
Happy fishy family.
She said, love you all. We love you too, Sue Ann.
Oh, we got another one.
We even like your husband. What is this? How's the battle going? Gracie, you got a release date? Is Gracie in jail or something, or hospital?
No, I don't know. I missed the conversation on that one. Side conversations.
Natasha Egelbrath says, hey, Big Rich, I am Jonathan Middleton. Okay, on that name I know. My wife, he loves your channel. Can't get him off his phone when he gets home from work. I'm very sorry. I'm so sorry.
Courtesy fish lover says, what's a courtesy flush?
That's when you're stuck in a room with the 2 or more inmates, and as you're shitting, it starts stinking. Flush that some bitch. Even if you got more shitting to do, so you don't wait till the end. It's a courtesy flush. So your inmates, your fellow roommates don't get stunk out. Oh, Belsar says, what did you do again, Jerry, to get prison time?
I like Suzanne answer. Those are duck stories.
No, seriously, I don't even know what you did. What'd you do?
It's nobody else's business.
I just told this whole long story how I went to jail. He's contemplating.
You do know what I did. You just don't remember.
That could be.
I don't know why you don't remember. I was convicted of manslaughter.
Oh, I remember that.
Put myself in a position where I had to defend myself. That's what I took credit for. There's no such thing as no contest. One-sided self-defense doesn't work that way. I put myself in a position to have to defend myself.
See, Harley got it. Feds will rewrite laws to fit their story. They will do what they... Oh, let me tell you. The judge said, okay, I've got you down. I gave you this. I gave you this. You're going to do 6 months in federal penitentiary, 6 months home arrest. But to get this deal, you're going to have to give up the money. I'm like, I've worked all year to make that 25 grand for my taxes. Your Honor, I can't do that. Okay, then you're going to do the 5 years. I mean, they strong arm robbed me of my 25 grand that they found here. I fucking hate the feds. The feds they do what they want and nobody governs them. Trump needs to come in and take them out of control. This is some bullshit.
Impossible. They've been in control.
No, they were only in control because, what was it? Hoover put him in control to watch the president, over the president. That's the feds.
Hoover put him in control because he had dirt on everybody.
Okay, whatever. But it was to watch the president, not to govern the locals.
Yeah.
The local police should govern that. Because if the locals came in and raided Richie and there was no drugs, guess what? Richie would have never went to prison.
Yeah.
These feds took everything that they could take and then put us in jail and took our money and offered us a good deal. You'll get less time if you give up your money. I fucking hate the feds. And fuck you, all the presidential bullshit. If you think, you're going to listen in on me, I don't care. I hate the feds. The feds have too much control. Somebody needs to take them out of control. Period.
Well, Jonathan Middleton gives another $1.99, and this time we only get 6 thumbs up. I think that's people thumbs up in him.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, it's appreciate the donation.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, you're allowed to say something there.
Everybody's talking about ACDC, how they're true showmen, and all this and that. They've been around a long time, and they are definitely true showmen. You see these bands like Motley Crue, and Vince Neil can't sing no more. It's horrible. I saw a video of him the other day where he's singing, and he sounded pretty good. And then he put the mic down and walked, and the singing kept on going. I'm like, son of a bitch.
I'm going to excuse myself, people.
All right, see you, Jerry. I've still got one more drink, so I'm going to go in overtime.
Enjoy. I'll pick you back up when I'm out on the deck where it's nice and warm.
Dude, it's not cold in here. I am sweating.
I've got no insulation, brother.
All right, here.
You leave the damn
Let me show you this.
air conditioning on at night.
There you go. Air conditioner's back. It says 77 degrees in here.
That's fine.
That's
I'm
hot.
I'm just barely. Nah, man, even that breeze. That's enough. We'll clean up my mess and yeah.
Hey, Jerry, get to the deck. Have fun, brother. Did you just almost throw that on me?
Let go of it for a second. Just as long as it's traveling the same speed as my hand, I can recatch it.
Doopy says Big Rich went to a gay prison. No, I went to an all men prison, and there were gays in there for sure. In every prison, there are gays in there. That's a fact. I was not one of them, so screw off with that bullshit. Peace Daily says can't trust feds for sure. I think they set people up. They did. They made a purchase from one of my son's friends that said that they got it from my son, which they probably did. But then they tapped the lines, and for every time he mentioned an onion or an ounce or anything, they gave him another charge. They had 91 counts against him in this indictment. And that's what he went to prison for 11 years. Not because they physically found drugs on him. If a local cops would have raided him, there were no drugs. They didn't find no drugs. They didn't find nothing. And because all three of his friends threw their gun to the ground and didn't claim him, Richie got charged with that. I mean, he got railroaded, period. And it was just horrible. And then they stole money from me. I was actually doing good. My son said this. I believed him. Then I thought about it. I called my lawyer, and he's like, no. So I called my dad, and I gave my present away. And for doing that, I have to go to prison for 5 years? That's not, I don't know. It's just all fucked up. And then the fact that they put my son in jail for 11 years, and they didn't find no drugs, the government is definitely corrupt, Tyler. Fuck the feds. Yeah, it's crazy here. And the feds are like the Gestapo. They have nobody, watching after them. They do what they want. And they wanted the money. And you know how much they hurt me? I got out of prison, doing 6 months in prison. I got out of prison. I had to take a loan against one of my properties to pay my taxes, or I go to jail. That's what they did to me. And it took me, 3 years to pay this loan off or some shit. It was crooked as crooked can be. Yeah, it was crazy. Nah, I still can't believe it to this day. So he says Robert's the one in today's video that got pushed in the pool. I tried telling Robert, I'm like, you're going to go swimming in there. So you got to come up to the edge. You got to lean over and you got to tell the fish, I'm not here to eat you. Please don't eat me. And when he did that, I pushed him in. So people are like, oh yeah, they put up videos. The Big Rich and Josh aren't what they pretend to be. They've been in prison. I don't deny it. I tell you why. And I don't believe I deserve to go to prison. I didn't do anything wrong, but technically they caught me, I wasn't trying to hide from them. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to get that staff. Ooh, my feet are caught. I need the chair. I'll be right back. There it is. You can see the eye, big eye in front. There's the back. There's the eye. It's about, I'd say, 4 pounds. It's got this thing on here that this bag attaches to. It's heavy. Oh, not it's very cool. I'll lean it up right here. It'll be watching. There you go. Harvey Stacy said, "Yes, you did, brother." I was drunk, but I was still trying to get him to look over the edge so that I can push him, you know? I'm like, just tell the fish that you're not there to eat them. Please don't eat me. And I can push him in, you know? Bellstar says, your staff is great. There's so many sexual innuendos in there. Oh, shit. All right, so what do you guys want to talk about? Move over a little more. There we go. More straight. Oh, I don't have long hair no more. I'm brushing the hair out of my eyes. Probably Jeff says, you know to hold that sitting in the chair in the pool room for sure. Loren says, what would have happened if Big Rich went to the police station with the gun and said, I got this for a birthday last night, but I am not allowed to have it. I leave it here. They would have arrested me for a felon in possession of a gun. I mean, technically, I was a felon in possession of a weapon, which I've never had the whole time bringing up my children, you know? So technically, they got you, but I didn't do nothing wrong. I believed my son at first. And then I called the lawyer and they said no. So I called my dad and I gave it away. If they wouldn't have raided me, if they didn't have my lines tapped and heard that I was giving it to my dad, I would have gave it to my dad and life would have went on. I'd have never had to go to prison. I didn't do nothing wrong. Even the judge said, if you'd have sent it in a cab out to your dad's house, which is an hour away, would have been a $200 cab ride, you wouldn't be here now. But I have no reason. I don't do anything wrong. There's no reason the police would be here. It's safe. I'm not touching it. I'm not shooting it. I'm not using it. My dad can come pick it up Saturday. And he gets a free gun. Now, dad don't get a free gun. Son has to go to prison. And they steal 25 grand from me. It was fucking horrible. Robert says, I'm making vodka great now. Well, so glad I can influence your life, Robert. Sorry I was so drunk when you were here. Murray Dean says, a pig with a staff and a Burger King crown. I'll wear that Burger King crown. It's been a long time since I've had one. I used to love going there and getting a crown. All right, so what do you guys want to talk about? Food, movies, cars, guitars, bands. What you want to talk about? Fish. We can talk about fish. What do you guys think of that haircut? I buzzed the shit out of it. I like it better when it comes down in parts and then spreads and then feathers back. But if you sleep on it wrong, it sticks out and you're like, what the hell? And it won't go back, you know? Sue Ann says, boobies. We're not talking about boobies, Sue Ann. Robert says, no worries, brother. We had fun anyway. I will rack that up to Sue Ann overpouring me. I regulate myself. I make my own drinks, but that day I was so being like 10 people pulling my hair in every direction all at one time. And Sue Ann, I'll get you drinks for you. Ooh, that was a mistake. Next thing you know, I'm like, I just need another drink. Lawrence Cortot says, American justice system is fucked up. And I am from Europe. You're right. You're exactly right. We hate our justice system here. It is not, they're not trying to find the truth. They're not trying to find the innocent. They're going with, oh, we can do this, we can do that. Oh, no, we're going to make a deal with you, but you're going to have to lose all the money. That's corrupt as fuck. So I said, I only made you a few drinks all week. Yeah, well, it was that last night, though. Robert was there. You made them all evening, and Jesus Christ, I got messed up. She's only poured 3 fingers. I don't believe that for a second. You had me slurring my words and falling down, and I came in, and the nurse stayed an extra 2 hours because I came in to take over my shift. She was supposed to leave at 8. I came in and immediately fell down, and she come running in, and she called for help from all kinds of people out there. We need to get Mr. Rich up. Mr. Rich fell, blah, blah, blah. And I hit my head on the table and all this stuff. And she tries getting me up, and I'm like, I love you, Nurse Jackie. I was all messed up. I wake up in the morning. Now, mind you, I stayed and watched Tracy until 7. I slept from 7 till like 11. I wake up and I'm like, ow, why do I have a big knot on my head and my knee is killing me? I couldn't, I'm like, what the hell? On top of my ribs. What happened? And Nurse Jackie calls me the next day. She goes, are you okay? I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, I wanted to send you to the hospital last night. You wouldn't let me call the hospital. I'm like, why? She goes, you fell when you came in. I'm like, I don't remember that at all. She goes, I couldn't. She stayed an extra 2 hours until I was coherent enough to watch Tracy. And she didn't get paid for it. She only allowed to work 12 hours. She stayed 14. That she can't get paid after 12 hours. God bless Nurse Jackie. She is amazing. And she stayed until I was coherent enough. And I stayed up all night and watched Tracy. I mean, I love that nurse. She's amazing. Lauren says, American justice system is more arrests, the more funding, the keeping and seizing money. Oh, not to mention cars and motorcycles. They seize it all. It's ridiculous. Savannah says, I went out for 1 cigarette and came back to you getting off the floor because of how much you overpoured me all evening. I didn't make my drinks. You made my drinks. She says, I only put 3 fingers in there. Did you hold them at the top and bring the alcohol up to your fingers? Is that what you did? Yeah, Sue Ann definitely overpoured me. I don't get that drunk. And I was that drunk. And I had to watch Tracy that night. I would never have gotten that drunk. Ever. You guys know I do Tracy 80 hours a week. I don't drink like that on the nights I have to watch Tracy. I have responsibilities, and I'm a very responsible person. That day, I got too drunk while handling the yard sale, for sure. Tyler says, when I come there, Sue Ann, you're pouring my drinks. What's the drinking word? It's watermelon, because my granddaughter was here eating watermelon. And I asked her, what do you want the drinking word to be? And she said, watermelon. Sue Ann says, I will take the blame. All we know is we had a great time. But by the time Robert showed up here, I didn't even remember him giving me the staff the next day. I mean, I watched Tracy all night after, you know, the fall happened and all that. And I went to sleep. I woke up and I come out and I'm like, where'd the staff come from? So it's like, you know, really don't remember. I'm like, no, did Reaper bring it? He's like, no, it was Robert. Oh, okay. Now that you say that, now I got a glimpse of something, you know, and it took a minute, you know, for me to remember. It was crazy. But we had a great time. I mean, every single night with laughter. You know, we closed the rescue at 8 o'clock, and we'd sit out back and we just laughed our ass off. We ate. It was, you know, I actually kept to my diet. Like, you know, Sue Ann cooked a bunch of hamburgers, hot dogs, and stuff like that. I didn't eat no buns. I overate. I ate a couple of hamburgers, a couple of hot dogs. I ate more than normal, but I didn't ruin my diet. And I gained like 6 pounds the whole week and a half they were here. But one of them in the bathroom and this and that. I'm back down to 254, which is only 2 pounds away from my lowest. So a couple more days, I'll be back to my lowest, and then I can start on my journey getting lower. I just got to not invite nobody over and not drink like I did that night. Robert says, where's the video? I cut out a bunch of that stuff because I was dumb as shit sounding. I sent you a little bit of the video. You got that? And I edited out the rest for the online. So I says, no, the hamburgers went up and smoked some. I tell you what, I woke up and there was plenty of hot dogs and hamburgers in the fridge. We ate. I remember eating. Robert said he just got his work. Your new job you talking about? You worked your new job today? That's awesome. How'd you like it? Actually, let me move this stuff out the way. I can come over and be more centered. There we go. Ouch. Oh, stuck with this chair. So it says, Rich, me and Lori need some of that unedited feeding video. Once I make a video, I edit everything. I keep what I like. Once I process it and upload it, I delete everything. I don't have any of it left. And I do that for every video. I only pick out what I like out of there and leave, you know, the stuff I don't like. And then I process it, upload it, and then I delete everything else. Robert says, you've been working for 3 days now. Awesome. How's Bird John doing? He's doing a lot better. They got that machine working. It's a little machine that, you know, he carries around with, and he's doing a lot better. He don't even feel his heart surgery. He says the only problem is that infection in his leg, and he swells up, you know, with water. The machine sucks it out. So he's doing a lot better. Deb Charge says Lori was a big help with the yard sales. She was selling everything. She is good. She did good. I can't even. There we go. Okay. I keep catching my hair on the table. I'm gonna have to. There we go. That's better. Everybody was a big help. Even people we didn't even know, they were just like, you know, helping and stuff, and it was great. Can you guys believe how much stuff we gave away? Everybody that bought something got something free. It was amazing. It was great. Nobody left feeling they got robbed, for sure. They all got free stuff. Lauren says, that is correct. Big Rich is still looking for his shoes. That says, I got a hell of a tan working the yard. Yeah, look at my arms. Look at the difference. Oh my God. Look at that. I mean, they're white as can be. And the same thing with my tan on my foot, where my flip flops go over, absolutely white. My toes are dark, and the rest of my foot's dark. Got that hillbilly tan going on. So Ann says, pitch it in the table, catch it in the door. Oh, I go out my side door, I open it up, and that fan sucks air in, and my hair goes back. I close the side door, and I'm like, ow, ow. I have to open the door to get my hair uncaught. It happens so many times. It's crazy. Oh, you know what? This don't even show me people on here. Let me refresh this down here. Okay, bring this down. Okay, current viewers 136. There we go. So I says, yeah, the sun poison is killing me right now. Blisters all. I didn't get not one blister. I was outside all day. Jeff Charge says, I wore my steel-toed boots, wasn't lifting those tanks in Crocs. Polly Jim says, I have a permanent tan line across my foot, never goes away. Yeah, you know, summer gets a little worse. Tell you what, it was a great week, though. Sue-Ann cooked so much food, and there's so much left over, and I gave it to the guys that live here. I'm like, please eat this macaroni salad. Please eat this, potato salad. I don't want to throw it away, this and that. And I see them going and buying like, Arby's and some shit. I'm like, God damn it. Why are you eating anything other than the leftovers? Eat these leftovers. It killed me. I had to end up throwing everything away today. The big bowl of mashed potatoes, and they were awesome. Garlic mashed potatoes. I could taste them, but I spit it out. But anyways, I had to throw out the salad yesterday because it started tasting sour. What else did I throw away today? Threw something else away. I forget what it was. I don't know, but I had to throw away a lot of food, and I don't like doing that. That bothers me. Lorenz says, Sue-Ann, I would kiss the pain away, but I live too far away. She's got a husband for that, Lorenz. Sue-Ann says, Belle, I know what I was in for, and I am not sorry. We had a great time. A lot of laughs. We made a lot of money. We cleared out a lot of stuff. And I just finished today, Sue-Ann, today. What's this? Friday. You guys left, Sunday night, Monday. It took me all week to clean up after the yard sale. And today I did the most work of all week because I wasn't hurting like I was the last week. I got so much cleaned and air blowed. Josh was like, wow. I have about half a trailer full of tubs left, but I put them in the trailer so I can take the whole trailer to the end of the street and put them out there, for the garbage men, and then put the trailer back away. But the trailer is put away in the side yard, and you walk in and there's like nothing. The whole driveway is open and I air blowed it. It's clean. Robert says, yeah, Sue-Ann's got a great husband. Met them both. They're awesome. They are people. They are awesome people. Sue-Ann says, Big Rich, did you get the baked potatoes out of the oven? Yeah, we got them out, and I told everybody they're already baked. They just need heated up in the microwave. Jerry ate one. The rest are sitting on the counter and probably need to be thrown away now. I don't eat, potatoes. I don't eat, breads. I don't eat starches. I just eat meat, and as much as I wanted a baked potato, I just didn't do it because I'm back on my diet, you know. So yeah, they're sitting on the stove, but I'm going to throw them away tonight. I've still got hot dog buns and hamburger buns out there that are good that I told them eat up, make hamburgers, make hot dogs. I even bought hot dogs for them. Eat up and fucking eat these things up before I have to throw them away. I hate throwing away food. And you know, they're still going out eating Arby's and fucking ordering, you know, I'm like, what the fuck for? Eat the leftovers first. I don't get it. What is this? No, I don't touch potatoes, starch, breads, nothing. I'm working back to being on my diet. Like today, I woke up and I had protein coffee, and I don't like the taste of coffee. I was drinking Pepsi Zero, but I learned that even Pepsi Zero isn't good for you because all the, you know, coloring in there and the dyes and all that stuff. So I changed from Pepsi Zero to get my caffeine because I hate coffee to this bone broth coffee. I drink it, but I don't drink it the rest of the day like I would Pepsi Zero because it don't taste good. I don't like it. But man, I'm zinging and I'm going. So then I have a protein shake of wheat protein with creatine in it. And I drink that and I'm full and I keep working and I'm going. And then, you know, dinner time, I'll have, I don't know, some turkey uh, slices rolled up and maybe a hard boiled egg. And then I eat another protein shake. And that's how I'm losing my weight. That's what I do. And I got back down now from, I lost like 4 pounds of what I put on over that week and a half. So I'm 2 pounds away from being the lowest I've been, which is 252, 254 now. And then by tomorrow, I should be back to the 252 and I can continue on my diet and get down to the 225. And I don't know. I'm just going to keep on going on. People don't like it. Sucks to be you. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to lose this weight. Even earlier today, Jerry's like, I liked you bigger I liked you better when you were bigger. You didn't have this flabby skin under your neck, you know. I'm like, the flabby skin will go away in time. I have flabby skin all around my belt line, you know. I have flabby skin right here in my armpits, right here, you know, maybe even a little under there. But that'll tighten up over time. I don't care. I'm going to keep on losing. Silence voice says, what about hot tea instead of coffee in the morning? Well, hot tea don't have the caffeine in it that coffee does. I can't stand coffee. Here. Ow. Oh. Oh. Son of a bitch. Oh. Caffeine, I need in the morning. That's why I was drinking the Pepsi Zero. But I found out Pepsi Zero ain't that good for you. So I drank the coffee. And now here's the thing. With the Pepsi Zero, I would keep drinking. Every time I'm hot, I'd come and get a son of a bitch. Oh. I'd come get a Pepsi Zero because it's ice cold. Well, coffee, I don't like the flavor of. I hate coffee. So I drink it in the morning, but I put a thing of wheat protein chocolate in with it, so it don't taste that much like coffee. But it gives me the caffeine I need to get going, and then you know I drink, you know, the whey protein shakes after that. Or like tonight, I ordered a rotisserie chicken from Walmart with all the other groceries, and I took it and made up a thing of buffalo chicken dip, which is a rotisserie chicken, half cup of Frank's Red Hot, half cup of ranch light dressing, and a half cup of Philadelphia cream cheese. Mix it all up together, put it in the microwave, mix it all up. It's supposed to be a dip, but you can take that and just eat it out of the bowl. And it's not that bad for you. On my diet, you can have the Philadelphia cream cheese. You can have the Frank's Red Hot on everything because it's like almost 0 calories. The Ranch Light is the worst thing in there. And, you know, that's like, I don't know, 60 calories for an eighth a cup. So if I eat a little bit here and a little bit there, you know, I'm eating the rotisserie chicken and all that other stuff. It's like a treat for me. I can eat that. And nobody else here likes hot stuff. Not John, not Jerry. So I can make that and nobody else will eat my food. Right. I put that shit on everything. Aqua Drew, is that Reaper's buffalo chicken recipe? No. That was my recipe before Reaper come around. Reaper puts something else in his thing. I don't know what it is. I mean, it tastes good, but I make mine heading towards diet. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now it's 69 degrees in here and I feel comfortable. The air conditioning works. Really? Terry Bennett says, I think the old Earl Grey tea has more caffeine or as much as. No way. If that's true, I'm switching to tea. I love tea. I used to drink tea with a little bit of cream in it and some sugar, but you can't have that. But the Earl Grey tea is amazing tasting by itself, and if it gives you caffeine, I'm good to go. I'm going to look into that. Thank you. Doopy says a lot of tea bags is just infusion. Yeah. Trying English or Irish breakfast, tea or morning thunder. My dad loves those with whole milk. I think the old Earl Grey tea. Okay. A lot of bags is just infusion. J-Rod says, hell yeah, keep up the good work. I've been going to the gym now almost 2 years. Rich, oh, awesome, J-Rod. Black tea, just read the labels. Tea and vodka with some lemon. Now you're talking my tongue. Sue Ann says, I left an entire bag of Earl Grey K-cups that Lori brought. No shit. I'm going to try one in the morning. Lorenz, he's got a way with words. He's like, I am not for Earl Grey. I want color in my hair. And teabagging is something different. Only when you're playing Fortnite. It's 8:30. What do you guys want to talk about? Oh, Sue Ann, I just had to throw away the sausage gravy today. That was the other thing I didn't think of. I tasted it. It was a little bit sour. I had to throw it away. Sue Ann, tell your son it'll go to good use. You also bought a bunch of stuff. There's like 6 different salad dressings in there. There's some like blue cheese with raspberry in there. What else did you buy? You bought a bunch of different stuff. Scott White says, Rich, when's the last time you went skinny dipping? Give us a story. Holy shit. Wow. The last time I went skinny dipping was before I met Tracy. I was down at the Metro Parks at Wallace Lake. And Wallace Lake is on this side. You can swim, you can fish, you know, all that. And then there's the parkway. And then there's this like long like river that the fords are there. Fords are these pieces of cement bridges that go down to the water's edge and then blah, blah, blah. And when the water gets full, it goes over the ford, right? So I was with this, what was that girl's name? I forget her name. Her and like 3 of her friends, and we all decided to skinny dip and jump into this over here. So I'm with 4 girls. We all get naked, and I jump into the thing on my back. It wasn't deep enough. I got my stuff hanging out of the water, and I'm trying to go backwards, and my butt is skimming along the muck. It was like half a foot deep, and my junk is hanging out of the water, and I'm trying to get under the water because I just got naked in front of all these women, and this and that. I'm just like, and I try and go out farther, and I'm going out farther, and it stayed the same depth all the way across. It was so just, and it was cold, and I was embarrassed, and there was no, look at my, stuff. It was like, oh, please don't look. I'm cold and shriveled, and it was terrible. It was the worst experience of my life. But later on that night, we got drunk, and it was a great night. But that was back, geez, before when I got rated. That was like in 81 when I was graduating. Yeah, that was back in 81. So yeah, I don't go skinny dipping no more. You're not at your best in cold water. Let me tell you that. Let me just, and being a grower, not a shower, it don't really look that impressive when you're cold, So I like being, I'm ready for you. Then I can show you. No problem. You want to see this? But yeah, fuck that cold shit. Shrimpy dipping. Yeah, exactly. You ever heard of turtling? That's what that son bitch does when it's cold. even I met Tracy. She was like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "No, touch it." Then she's, "Oh my god, wow, okay." And I got pictures to prove, but I don't like the way it shrivels up in the cold. It's horrible. This is wiener night. Here you go, Ethan Rock. Ah, you learn something new every day. Riley Gem says, Northern Ontario, all of our fucking waterways are fucking gold. For sure. Almost out of alcohol, people. Let's get some conversation going. Sue man. Better than being in a shower, can't even go without a bra. Why would you want to go without a bra? That stuff will start drooping down. Little Tracy, she never went without a bra. And, she was like 50 years old, had the perkiest, best boobies ever. And everyone asks you about it, and she's like, she sleeps in a bra. She never takes a bra off unless we're fooling around. And she was so firm and so perky, just beautiful, B cups. And then I see these guys with these people that are like, free the bra, this and that, and they're sagging down and plopping around. I just don't get into that. You know, I like perkiness. Aqua Drew says, I can't believe no one slept in the tents. Looked like a, damn it, jumped up. Looked like a nice little spot by the back pond. It was. I mean, they were right there, but nobody showed up that needed a place after Sue Ann and Steve. You know, I thought Lori would stay in one of them, but no. And they're like little B&Bs in the backyard, you know. They're not junk tents. They're nice big tents. Peace Daily says, no Monster Pond skinny dip? Might be gone forever. Yeah, they will mistake them for little wieners, little hot dogs, little, you know. Don't want to do that. Ooh. Loren says, Granny, show me your tits. And she pulled up her skirt. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's horrible, Lorenz. Suanne says, Rich, do you have a dicky? No, I absolutely do not. At my fattest, at 344, I still saw the tip of my dick. Fuck off with that dumb shit. Your belly stick out more than your dicky do. Terry Bennett says, it's time to call it. This is getting out of hand. All right, on that note, I think I'm going to go, guys. It's 8:46. I would have stayed till 9. I've got 15 more minutes of alcohol, but you guys are going off the hook here. It's been a pleasure. It's been great. Thank you. I'm going to go back, get back to normal life. I got to watch Tracy until 11. I get a nurse tonight. And at that point, I'm taking some, what was that called? Melatonin. And I'm going to sleep until the nurse coming at 7 in the morning. Wait, today's Friday. No, I got to wake up at 7 and take care of Tracy until 8 till the nurse gets here. So that's my schedule. Terry says, do you have a drum set? I'm trying to get playing my drums. I do, but it's a cheap set of CB 500s, but I have a drum trigger on everything. And I have an Elisa's DM5 drum machine that I can assign any drum sound to anything, and it comes through the 8,000 watts of PA system. Right now, it's currently set up for the Metallica drum set, and it works great. I love it. Felix Camille says, don't let him bullshit you guys. He skinny dips in the 50,000 every. If I skinny dipped in the 50,000 every night, I'd be missing an appendage for sure. All right, good night, guys. Love y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. Watermelon.